Okay, here we go.
Oh, there's kids playing hockey here.
Future superstars.
Beautiful.
Going in
building.
the nosebleeds, boys. All right. Going in.
Oh, look at this. Very cool. Awesome. Very excited to have the one and only Laser from Hockey Shop in Langley. Welcome to the show, Laser. How you doing today?
Fabulous. No slap shots.
The Rangers score. Boo.
Can you hear me? Yeah? Yeah, that's wild. Okay. This is craziness. I'm watching the game in the bar. This is the, I'll show you guys. I'm literally, we're in a bar here. We make it happen here. Nothing is perfect, you know?
Here we are with the one and only Mr. Jake from Jake's Takes Hockey. Welcome to the show, sir. How you doing today?
That's right. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Russell is the best. He's the secret master of the universe. Yes. And he's come to this realm to set us free and deliver a cup to Vancouver, I think. Russell is a gift from the gods, I think. What do you want? You want to say hi to anyone on the stream? You want to say you want to say shout out to anybody? Any advice, words of wisdom? We got 2-1 Canucks right now. Justin, there you go.
Oh, yeah, look at that nice ice getting all clean.
There you go. Go Canucks, go! All right.
Yeah, literally the back row, boys. It's nice to have you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to join you guys.
Witten and Jordan from Canucks Uncensored. How you guys doing today?
Awesome.
We're good, Russell. Thanks so much for having us on.
David wins it, goes forward and gets a shot, goes wide. Carr puts it behind the net. Time! Oh, I just got lightheaded! 3-2, Canada wins. I scared the crap out of Dobby. Boys! Boys and girls! We did it! Canada wins! Binnington with some killer saves in overtime, and Connor McDavid, the man we were giving so much crap to through this whole game, wins the game! I'm so red in the face! Look at how red my face is! It's Canadian face! Oh, in Boston, boys! We win it in overtime! This is the man, the myth, the legend, the Blue Line Hockey. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
How you doing today?
Things are great. Thank you for the wonderful intro, and thank you for having me on. And truly a big fan of what you are doing on your channel as well. So keep it up, man. It's really, really good.
We're in the second row, so we're doing all right.
Live from Rogers Arena, Michael Saunders with that beautiful mustache on his face. There it is. Look at that. A live look in Rogers Arena. Mike and Zach.
Russell, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good. It's nice to see you.
Great to see you. It's always fun popping into the streams every once in a while when I get a chance, and nice to finally be chatting with you.
How are we? Guys, this is awesome. I'm excited to be here.
Everyone's been very excited to have you on. The word got out and people started getting very excited. So thank you very much for doing this and joining us today.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone who requested to hear my beautiful voice too. I appreciate that.
How you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very first hockey game to join the stream. Everyone was very excited to see you, and enjoy the rest of the game in the third period.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys.
Trevor Beggs joining the show from Locked On Canucks. Thanks for joining me today, brother.
My pleasure, Russell. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing really good.
Hey, buddy, what an intro. Thanks, man.
Hey, no problem. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah, those late nights, early mornings.
Yeah, weird
they were
times.
rough.
We are excited to welcome Dave Hall to the show. Welcome, my man.
Hey, thanks for having me today. I'm excited to be on.
Yeah. We're excited to welcome to the show Larry Fisher.
Thanks for having me, Russell. Looking forward to talking lots of hockey.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this man. He's wearing his Canucks jersey at a Montreal game. You love to see it. He became a local legend by calling the Abbotsford Canucks Calder Cup run. We are very happy to welcome Brandon Astle to the show. How's it going, brother?
Russell, I'm doing well. Thanks a lot for having me on.
I'd like to introduce to Nothing is Perfect, Mr. Zach Nolan.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ah, it's great to have you.
Howdy.
What's up, my dude? They say never meet your heroes, but boy, am I glad I got to, because here he is, the man, the myth, the legendary host, Toddcast Podcast, Mr. Todd Hancock.
Dude, thank you, man. What a crazy introduction. A hero, a myth, a legend.
Yeah. We are pleased to welcome to the show, Canuckland.
Thanks for having me on. I'm really excited.
Passionate, realistic, honest. Rev Trev.
Let's go. Let's get some passion going. There's some actual hockey playing.
Smith plays it right across the zone. Bolana with a shot. Score! The Abbotsford Canucks from the blue line! Shot through a crowd! And the Canucks have won it in overtime! Just like that, game one is over! And you don't have to wait much longer, because the Abbotsford Canucks have won game one with 14:09 left to go in the overtime period! Woo! Just Charlotte wins the draw. They skate in. They take a shot towards the net. Goes high and wide. Comes around. In behind. Into the corner. And just like that, be resilient. Next man up. The Abbey Canucks, no doubt, never lost 2 games in a row in this Calder Cup Finals. And the Abbey Canucks are Calder Cup champions. Woo! Can you believe it? happening, everyone? I'm Russ Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and it's time for Vancouver Canucks hockey. It is the last meeting of the Pacific rivals tonight, as the Vancouver Canucks and the Seattle Kraken will have their final meeting of the season. The Canucks even won a single game. I think they won the first one. Yeah, the Canucks won the first game against the Kraken. They have not won the last two. They were both, I believe, identical. No, they weren't. Never mind. They lost in a shootout and they lost 5-1. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they lost really bad to the Kraken last time. Kind of a crazy show tonight, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I set a goal when I started this stream. Was it beginning of last season? There was a couple things that I wanted to do. And one of those things was to hit 1,000 subscribers, which we've already done that, right? We hit 1,000 subscribers. We've far surpassed that now. You guys are so generous with your subscriptions here on Nothing is Perfect. But yeah, one of the things I always wanted to do, and we talked about it last stream, was for me to get to interview the GOAT, Trevor Linden. The only two jerseys that I own. This one I bought on my birthday. This one my wife bought for me on Valentine's Day, which got autographed by Trevor Linden. So, crazy happenstances. Sheer dumb luck. And Trevor Linden, the absolute GOAT, the man with the number retired in the rafters, agreed to come on and do an interview with me. So, let's talk about what we're going to do tonight, because I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this show. I kept this very down low. This has been something I've been working on for, it's been like probably a month that we put this together on. So, let's talk about what we're going to do tonight. There's the thumbnail that you've all seen already. Last meeting of the Pacific rivals. There's Dustin, there's Dobby, there's the Whale, and there's Trevor Linden sitting on the boards, waiting to come in for the second intermission. So let's look at the lineup. So Canucks versus Kraken tonight. It's going to be hello to all you beautiful people in chat, waiting for the game to get started. That's what we're going to do first. Going to do the stats that you want, but you don't really need, between the Canucks and the Kraken, March 14th, Saturday night. We'll see if the Canucks can start working on that Saturday night record. They've been losing a lot of Saturday night games. We'll go through the Canucks starting lineup, but spoiler alert, it has not changed. It is the exact same lineup that we played with last game. Swerving over with the first dono of the day. Be real, Russ. We're not here for the game. Winky face. Thank you very much for the 279, my dude. I fully understand that. And that's kind of one of the things. I'll tell you this, Swerving, because you donated 279. When I first talked with Trevor Linden, I was like, hey, man, I run a small YouTube channel. I'd love to interview you. And he's like, I don't really like talking about the Canucks these days. And I'm like, neither do I. So that's why this is perfect. Because with Trevor Linden in the house, we get to talk about the good old days. So thank you very much, Swervin' Irvin, for the first dono of the day, 279, donating to Dobby's College Education Fund. So I appreciate you, my dude. During the first intermission, we're going to have Dustin Boydell coming by for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. We'll go through the ups and downs of the first period of play. We're going to talk about Trevor Linden. We're going to talk about the Pacific versus the Central divisions. And that comes from our generous donor, Mr. Hunter, because he was like, what's the deal? The Central is so good and the Pacific is so bad. What is going on? So Eric Hunter, the second talking point tonight for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow will be that. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about para hockey. The para ice hockey gold medal game has been set. We'll let you know about that. We'll update you on the Vancouver Golden Eyes. So much going on. And then the moment you've all been waiting for, the second intermission, will be my interview with Trevor Linden. It still kind of feels like a dream. I won't lie to you guys, but it was very cool. And I'm very excited to share it with you guys. And then for the post-game show, Dustin Boydell will be back and we'll break down everything that happens between the Vancouver Canucks and the Seattle Kraken. Let's get back to the bar. Let's have a look and see who is already here in chat. All right. We got Duncan's here. We've got Callum McKenzie. We got Calvin 99 Charlie. We've got Connor Cahill. We got Duolingo. Oh, it even tells you it tells you how long you've been a member. Look at Cadet's been a member for 1 month. Callum's lost his membership, so that's not good. 1 year as a member for Mr. Calvin 99 Charlie. Duolingo's here. Gary Wiseman's at 6 months. Fangirl's here over a year now. Kayla's here. 2 months as a member. I'm here. Look at that. Ryan's here. He's been a member for 2 months. Crawford is here. He's a new member. Swerve and Irvin's here over a year. And then Taylor Betts and Tillo are also in the chat. Let's go have a look at the chat too. Cal McKenzie says, Fangirl, hi! Did I miss something from Fangirl? Let's see. Wonder if it's streamed by before. Okay, I don't think okay, yeah. You guys have been chatting it up. I love to see it when chat's all blown up. I will ask Trevor Linden if he thinks Braden Coots will be as good at him. I believe he can. Yeah, unfortunately, Trevor will not be able to take any questions from you guys tonight. Hi, Callum. I didn't send anything, and I still get hype. Interesting. Oh, there's the answer. Tillo's here. www. Lefty all around doesn't mean he will answer me, but I bet he will say yes and maybe even better. Connor Gill, sadly you can't. The interview is pre-recorded, I think. Sup, Fangirl. Sup, Swervin says Big Mac. What's up, Big Mac? Nice to see you. Lefty, I think the Linden interview is pre-recorded. Hey, Macany Mac, says Swervin Irvin. Hi, Connor, says Fangirl. Hi, Big Mac. Pre-recorded kind of sucks, but oh well, better than nothing. Nothing is perfect, remember, Lefty. Connor Gill, evening, Fangirl, and chat. True, Lefty. It's cool no matter what. And then Duolingo's I'm laughing. I can't even do it. Chickadee down and the Chinese chicken. Have a drumstick in your brain, stop sticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on. LLMA's on. That's all I literally only know those first couple words. No other Canucks content creator doing dope shit like this. Swear jar. I appreciate that, Swervin. Will there be the line change post-game show tonight, says Duolingo? Yeah, it's kind of cool that a well-known name like that would go on a relatively small YouTube channel. Yep. I did post this stream on Reddit today. I checked in with the mods to make sure it would be okay for me to put this on Reddit. And I posted it there and somebody's like, I've never heard of this guy and he's got Trevor Linden. That's crazy. And I was like, bro, you're telling me. And he's like, no hate, man. I just never heard of you before. I'm like, no. Honestly, I'm surprised he's doing this. It's further evidence that Trevor Linden is the GOAT. I've got just over 2,000 subscribers. I'm very relatively small compared to some of the massive YouTube channels that there are. And he still said yes, because he is the absolute GOAT. Bare naked, says Callum. All hail the Chinese chicken and Russell's ability to sound like the dude from Bare Naked Ladies. It's all those years I spent doing karaoke, Duncan. Connor Cahill. Swervin Irvin, to be fair, Russ didn't think to create a segment where two content creators have a debate and an argument. This is true. Yep. Headspace hockey ahead of the curve. Schoolwork sucks, says Taylor Betts. I'm sorry to hear that, my dude. I was never a fan of homework. I graduated and everything, but I never did my homework, and my teachers were pissed. Nice one, cadet. Neither did I, Connor, to be honest. Oh, it's Gerald? Interesting. Look at that. Swervin not trying to take credit for other people's work. You'd make a good manager. Lefty, you are a relatively small relative to Brock Lesnar. Fair enough, laughing and crying. All I wish for is that Linus Carlson could be a step or two faster in the top 3 for hockey IQ on the team, in my opinion. Yeah, I can see that. The dude grinds. And you never know. He didn't really have a full summer last year due to the Calder Cup run, Lefty. So maybe with a full summer of training, he might be able to get the job done and pick up that extra step. Go Canucks, go, says Callum. No, I think they won the second.
Let's go. Coconuts go, Coconuts go, Coconuts go, Coconuts go. This is Ryan H. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden. Look at that. See? He's here. Nah, it's going to be the real Trevor Linden. I didn't tell him that we have a Trevor Linden that works at the bar. He didn't need to know that. That probably would have been awkward. Calvin's in here and he's doing the wave. Wave. Tag, 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 tag. Oh man, am I going to have to put this stupid bag on my head tonight? I probably will be, eh? Connor Hill right on the edge of 2,300, Russ. Yeah, we're getting close. I think a bunch of people from Reddit have come over and given me a sub, so I appreciate anyone who is here right now as a result of that Reddit post. I appreciate you guys. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys something because you guys know how much time I spend on Reddit, right? Let's see here. So I have been grinding Reddit this month, absolutely grinding it, as you guys know. So let's go ahead and have a look. So on Reddit, on the Canucks Reddit this month, it's very small. Can you guys see that? Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Can you tell what that is at the very top? Oh, it's so small. I hate how small it is. Maybe if I go like this. Yep. Go like this. Oh no. There we go. I made it a little bigger. The number one Redditor on Canucks Reddit this month is me. It's me. I'm number one on Reddit. Can you believe it? I get Trevor Linden on my stream and I'm the number one Redditor on Canucks Reddit. That's wild. Guarantee you'll get it once in this interview. Done. Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden. Connor Hill, nothing is perfect. Dumb luck. You made it. You made Russ. Don't forget that. Hey, man. The sequence of events that resulted in Trevor Linden being in my vicinity to chat, to ask him for the interview, sheer dumb luck. Let's go, says Kayla. What a sexy beast, says Duolingo. I need to mark history. Cal McKenzie, Canucks equals no coach required. Yeah, we all saw. Did anyone see? It was Hronek. And Hronek was on the bench running the power play instead of the power play coach, which is hilarious. I missed one chat and come back to this. I know, right? Kayla, it's crazy in here. It was just me and you to start. Go, Russ, go. Go, Trevor Linden, go. Gary Wiseman's here. Soup Gary, live long and prosper, Gary. Nice to see you, my dude. Scrofford's here. Trevor Linden. Kayla, you are a grandma. True, we are all here for Linden and Russell and Dustin. Yep. Irvin Hype. Yep. I watched the pregame media and I ain't shocked. There is no lineup changes. Stoked for T-Dog. Yep. Is that your personal nickname for Mr. Trevor? T-Dog in the house. No, I'm not. Laugh out loud. Sweet is the grandma. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet Identity or Patty, who's Patricia. Kayla isn't. Why do I sound like it? I'm simply that cousin that somehow is allowed to drink. Gary Wiseman, Kayla, laughing and crying. I wish Linden interview wasn't pre-recorded. I would tell him I watched some games of his final NHL season and thank him for my early memories. Oh, you're going to love it anyways. I mean, screen recorded. Go Canucks, go! What's up, Canoras? Nice to see ya. Welcome to the stream. Sweet Identity. Blah. Oh, there she is. What's up, Patty? There's our favorite grandma. Me, I'm the grandma. Laugh out loud. I'm going to screen record so this goes down in history. Well, I will be posting the Trevor Linden as a separate video afterwards. So that will be going up pretty much directly after the game. So you guys can watch it. And then of course I'll do some shorts and stuff out of it. I'm going to chop together because yeah, there's some questions about For example, Jeff Norton going through the glass, fighting with Rob Ray. So it's going to be very cool. I'm going to cut together the interview with some highlights too. So that'll be fun as well. I wonder if Muhammad will come bring his positive vibes tonight. I hope so. We all love it when Muhammad shows up. Have to charge the phone to the bedroom. We go. Connie, drop some Dobby emojis. I am no longer a member, but I have a member. Yeah, there you go. You just asked your wife to do it for you. Hey, it's our favorite grandma. I thought Kayla was a grandma like Carol or Shannon. It is. Let's hope I don't fall asleep. Let me not take my sleeping meds and allergy meds. Ha! Big Mac, I'll be going out for boys' night tonight a bit after 8, so I won't be watching most of the game, but I'm definitely jumping on for the interview while I'm out. Yeah, theoretically, the interview for the second intermission should be, usually second intermissions are like 8:45-ish, so laugh my ass off. No, I'm under the age of 40. Kayla's younger than me! What's the status of the game before the Canucks game? The shootout just finished. It was Buffalo versus Toronto. And the game just finished. I did not see who won though. Zach, can you let us know? I guess if Zach didn't post, that means Buffalo probably won in the shootout. Let's have a look. I can just bring it up here. I have the internet. The Sabres have won in the shootout. So that game is over now. Vancouver Reddit mod sucked. Well, they did let me post the link, so we'll give them props for that. Connie's like, Canucks Reddit people are very bad. Hey, I'm one of them. I'm 14 and 361 days old. Sabres will be kicking themselves. They've outshot the Leafs 2-1, but can't finish them off. They finally did, Connor. Howdy, chat. Let's go. What's up, Eric? Nice to see you, my dude. Welcome to the chat. Okay, we got to jump over. There's Casket Brain. Too evil, too evil, too evil, too evil, too evil. That's not real. Trevor Linden behind the bar. It's not true. I still believe. Russ, did you show Trevor Linden the bag? No, I did not. 96 Mick in the house. What's up, 96 Mick? Are we in a rebuild? Trev said we need 8 years ago. Trevor Linden was right. Yep, Trevor was right. Yeah, TWR. TWR. Let's get some TWRs in chat. Trevor Linden was right. Hashtag TWR. There we go. Get some hashtag TWRs in the chat. Put Linden back in office. Yeah, I hope so, KJ. What's up, KJ? Trevor Linden for president. Okay. I think we've said hello to everyone who's Donnie Bluebone. Hey, yo. What's up, Knuckleheads? David Olson's here, too. Yep. Okay. There we go. We got some TWRs in chat. You'll love to see it. Mevid's here, too. TWR. TWR. Trevor was right. Trevor was right. Hashtag Trevor was right. Colin Whitehead's here. Hi, Swervin. Hi, Russell. Hi, rest of chat. Connor Gill. Trevor was right. Mevid's here. Rusty and Dusty and Linden. Oh, my. I guess I'm a lion. Dusty's a tiger. And Trevor Linden's the bear in that situation. You love to see it. TWR! All right. We're getting behind because I love chatting with you guys, but we got to do the stats that we want, but we don't really need. But let's be honest, they never start the game on time. So it is 7 o'clock right now. So we probably got about 10 minutes before. What? Hachiko! Somebody ban Hachiko quickly. Welcome, Hachiko, you cheeky monkey. Hashtag Trevor is right. Laugh out loud. Yep, he is. He's right-handed. He's shot right-handed. Laugh out loud. All right. Stats that we want, but we don't really need. Canucks on Saturday have played 885 times. They're 379, 382, and 124. And remember, this used to be a 500. They were 379 and 379 at one point. So they have lost 3 games on Saturday in a row. So this is their chance to snap out of it. At home, they've done it 431 games at home. They're 215, 158, and 58. So their home record on Saturday is really, really good, even if it hasn't been great lately. On the road, not great. Not even a little bit. They are 60 games below 500 on Saturday on the road. But we don't have to worry about that because they're playing at Rogers Arena tonight. We're talking about March the 14th. They've played on this date 22 times. They are 11, 9, and 2, which again is not bad. This will be their 12th game on home ice on March the 14th. They are 7, 3, and 1 overall. So that's pretty sick, right? Good record. On the road, again, not great. So we're seeing the usuals here. Canucks good at home. Canucks bad on the road. Even though this year, they've been trash at home. Canucks versus Kraken. They've played 18 times. The Canucks are 9, 7, and 2 overall against the Kraken. We'll see in a second that not great lately, though. At home, they have played the Kraken 8 times. They are 3, 3, and 2. So we'll call this a meh. That's a mess stat. They're actually better in Seattle. 10 games played down there. 6 and 4 overall. However, like I said, last 10 games between these two teams, 3, 5, and 2 the Canucks are. They've only scored 26 goals, which is brutal, and they've allowed 39. They have been getting, what's the technical term? Ham-fisted, I think is. These two teams have also never played on March 14th. And if we're looking at Saturday, 6 of their 18 games played have been on Saturday, a third of them. And on Saturday, the Canucks struggle. Another struggle stat, 2, 3, and 1 against the Kraken. They've, in fact, never defeated the Kraken on home ice on a Saturday. So tonight is the chance for them to win against the Kraken on home ice on Saturday for the first time ever. And then again in Seattle, they're 2 and 2, 4 games played down there. So kind of weird stuff. So we got good stat, mess stat, scary, and bad stat. We'll see where we go tonight. EP40 leads the Canucks in goals against the Kraken. Currently, he's got 5 goals in 15 games. EP40 also has the most assists with 8 assists in 15 games. And then he has 13 points in 15 games overall as the current leader for the Canucks versus the Kraken. We're looking at Saturday night. Garland, he no longer is with the team, but he leads this team on Saturdays. 3 goals in 6 games. JT Miller had 5 assists in 4 games. And Miller with the overall Saturday lead against the Kraken with 6 points in 4 games. And then if we're looking at the all-time leaders, none of these players are on the team. Garland had 6 goals in 17 games. So EP40 can tie him. If EP40 can put the puck in the net for the first time in a long time, he'll be able to tie Conor Garland with the all-time lead. JT Miller had 10 assists in 13 games. But Conor Garland always played a good game against Seattle. Now playing for Columbus. He had 15 points in 17 games. When it comes to the Kraken, Beniers has the most goals. He had 7 goals in 15 games. Former Vancouver Canuck Jared McCann, 14 assists in 18 games against the Canucks. And not very common, you see 3 separate names. But here we are. Jordan Eberle with 20 points in 16 games against the Canucks. When it comes to Saturday night, Beniers is loving his Saturday nights. He's a goal per game on Saturday against the Canucks. 4 goals, 4 games. Jordan Eberle, pretty close to an assist per game. He had 4 assists in 5 games. And then Eberle and Vince Dunn. So once again, 3 different names showing up here, even though he's tied with Eberle. Vince Dunn has 7 points in 5 games against the Canucks on Saturday night. And if we're looking at the all-time, and you'll see extra numbers over here, this is because there's too many stats. There's too many stats that... So Beniers, 7 goals in 15 games is the all-time. McCann, 14 and 18 is the all-time. And Eberle, 20 and 16. We did put on the side here. So Eberle has 7 and 16. McCann has 6 and 18. And Dunn had 6 and 18. So any of these players could end up taking over the lead. Obviously, we give the nod to Beniers because he's done it in 15 games. Eberle also has 13 assists in 16 games. So he could tie and pass McCann here with more points, assists per game than McCann. And then McCann also could pass Eberle if he gets more points than Eberle tonight with 20 points in 18 games. So like I said, things started well for the Canucks against Kraken, have not been going well lately. We're looking at the last 5 games. Vince Dunn leads the Kraken with 4 points in 5 games. Matty Beniers, 2 goals in the last 5 games, and Jordan Eberle, 3 assists in the last 5 games, meaning Vince Dunn probably has 2 goals and 2 assists. Phil Hronek leading the team in the locker room, leading the team in the scoreboard, 6 points in his last 5 games. Brock Besser on fire with 4 goals in his last 5 games, and Phil Hronek with 4 assists of his 6 points. Canucks beat the Kraken in the very first game back very end of December. They lost the next one a couple days later in a shootout, and they got absolutely smacked on February the 28th, 5-1. This will be the last game, as I mentioned, between these Pacific rivals. We're looking at the team stats. The Kraken's power play right in the middle of the league, 15th. They're at 21%. Canucks are in the bottom third at 18%. And this is where it's hilarious. These teams suck on the penalty kill. Just straight up. There's no other way to put it. The Kraken are 31st. The Canucks are 32nd. 71.2%, 72.7%. Not good stats. When it comes to face-off percentages, both teams struggle quite a bit as well. Bottom third. Canucks are 21st, so slightly better at 48.7. Although they have been pretty good on the face-offs lately. And then face-off percentage, 48.1% for the Kraken. Goals for per game. The Kraken, bottom third, 26th in the league, 2.8. But they are 12th. They only allow just under 3 goals per game, whereas the Canucks are the worst team defensively and the second worst team when it comes to scoring goals. And that's where they end up in 32nd place. The Kraken as well have been struggling lately. They were playing really, really well, including beating the Vancouver Canucks. But 3-7 in the last 10 games, looking to bounce back if they want to stay in this Pacific Division wildcard race. And then the Canucks are 2-6-2, coming off a shootout win over the Nashville Predators. Classic Nashville Predators, crumbling in the third period and allowing the Canucks to come back, tie the game, and win it in the shootout. Comparing these two teams, got 65 games played for the Canucks, 20, 37, and 8. 64 games played for the Kraken, 29, 26, and 9. They do have, what is this? 19 more points than the Canucks, which is quite a gap. They have the harder shot, Brandon Montour, with the 163 kilometer hour shot. The hardest shot this season is by Elias Pettersson. That goes back on January 29th. And the Kraken have the faster average shot speed as well at 95.58 kilometers per hour. They have one shot. That's the one shot by Brandon Montour. That's over 161. They've got more when it comes to the high end, and then they got a little bit less when it comes to the middle range stuff, but their average does come out. So edge in shot speed, just barely, by about 1 kilometer per hour to the Kraken. Skating speed, Jake DeBrusk, the fastest burst still all the way back in October. But just behind him is Chandler Stevenson. The Kraken have more bursts between 29 to 32 kilometers an hour. The Canucks have a little bit more of the high-end stuff, but not by much. So we'll give the very... it's going to be pretty much a draw here. Skating distance, the Kraken have skated only 18 more kilometers in the last 10 games, but they do skate more per 60, more in a game against the Canucks, actually. And then it's funny because the Canucks also skated their most kilometers in this season 3 nights later. So that's kind of funny. But the Kraken did skate more in a single period, just barely back in January as well. Shots on goal, the Canucks do have more shots on goal. They got more high danger. They got more long range. But when it comes to goals, the Kraken have more goals, but the Canucks have more high danger goals. And then the Kraken lead in other categories. Shooting percentage wise, they do lead in every category though, because they have less shots in the high danger and just a few less goals. So shooting percentage wise, they lead in all categories. And then time in zones, pretty even across the board here. Very even when it comes to offense. Only a 0.6 difference when it comes to time spent in the neutral zone. and then only a 0.5 difference when it comes to time spent in the defensive zone. Let's hop back to the bar and have a quick look at the lineup. So Canucks starting lineup tonight, as I mentioned, has not changed. It's going to be Evander Kane and Drew O'Connor on the wings with EP40. We've got the second line of the bro line of Marco Rossi, Liam Ogren, and Brock Besser playing together. Atu Ratu stays with Curtis Douglas and Jake DeBrusk. And then the bottom line is Max Hassan with Teddy Bluger and Linus Karlsson. And then when it comes to the defense and the goaltending, we have the same pairs as before. EP25 with Phil Hronik as your top pair. We've got the young guys, Zeev Buium and Victorio Mancini playing together. And then we've got the bottom pair, or whatever you want to call it, Marcus Pettersson, Tom Wielander. And then starting tonight again for the second game in a row is Nikita Tolopilo. So that's pretty interesting too. All right. Puck is at center ice. They're about to drop it for the boys. We will update the scoreboard to say first period. And the puck has been dropped, and we are underway between the Canucks and the Kraken. Canucks dump the puck into the Kraken zone to start. Oh, I guess I can't start the clock when it's at 0, eh? There we go. Oh, what the hell? It just jumped up. Apparently, we're going to play an extra couple minutes here. Kraken do bring it into the Canucks zone. Pass back to the blue line, ends up getting past the intended target and all the way down the ice. I do have the NHL scoreboard open as well, so we can look at that in a little bit. Japan 4! Bro Team Japan! What's up, Japan? Nice to see you, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Canucks take control in their own zone, then they lose it. Pass in the neutral. Oh, bouncing around in the slot. Drew O'Connor skates over the Seattle blue line, handles the puck, plays it around behind, comes up the board slowly for Wielander, plays it back down the boards there. Now picked up by EP40. He'll skate down the boards, turning there. Pass across for Kane. Kane puts it towards the front of the net. That one deflects off of a skate in front into the corner. Drew O'Connor digging it out, skating up the boards, puts it up for Marcus Pettersson, who flips it down behind the net for Kane. Kane does a between the leg backhand pass, trying to get out front for O'Connor, but can't connect. Pass back to Marcus Pettersson. He'll take a shot. That one goes wide. Bounces off the end boards. Who the hell is in net for the Kraken? The Kraken dump it down the ice. So it is Grubauer in net. Grubauer in net. I have a Grubauer jersey, says Cadet Duncan. What's up? That's cool, man. Are you cheering for the Kraken then tonight? Dobby is a chinky monkey. Yeah. Dobby is definitely a cheeky monkey. Puck behind the net. I guess it wasn't icing. It must have not gone enough for icing. Ogren takes his man down. Marcus Pettersson still out there. Rossi. Puck to the front of the net. Tolopilo kicks it away with the right pad. First shot of the game from the Kraken. Shot from the point. Blocked there for Marcus Pettersson. And he gets it just outside the blue line, even though it got deflected by a Seattle Kraken stick. Now they'll batter on the boards. Capo Caco chops it down low. The Kraken come in, pass in the slot. Good work there by Rossi. Now the Canucks come out 2-on-1. Ogren and Besser skating over the blue line. Besser with a shot. And the puck goes off of the glove of Grubauer, wide of the net off the end boards, and the Kraken will pick it up with Myers skating out. No, not Tyler Myers. He's gone. It's Ben Myers. Goes all the way around behind the Canucks net. Pass back to the blue line. Shot to the front of the net. Tolopilo makes a save. Rebound comes out, and he puts the left pad down and makes a save on the rebound. Two quick shots there from the Kraken. Zeev Buium puts it to the side, and the Canucks will dump it in to the Seattle zone. Kraken will pick it up, move it up to their own blue line. Andrew Ratu misses the puck in the neutral zone. DeBrusk picks it up in the corner, plays it around for Buium. Buium tries to play it up the boards, intercepted, but he gets it back. Puck played up the boards for DeBrusk. He plays it further into the neutral zone. And the Kraken will play it back, and Montour will skate behind his own net, passing up the far side boards. Eberle picks it up in stride. Kraken dump it in, near side corner. Good work here by EP25 to knock his man over in the corner there. But Eberle comes in and digs the puck out and takes a big bump from EP25. Now Vielander takes his man down, and then he falls. And then Beniers gets up, tries to play the puck, but loses it. And then Carlson will put it in deep. Beniers back into his own zone. Pass out into the neutral zone. Eberle one touches it over for Montour, who skates behind the net, plays it in the slot, shot to the front of the net, and the Kraken score. Tank, baby, tank! Oh, no, people. I didn't want to do this early in this stream, guys. The tank bag is out. Barely starting this game. Oh, the Seattle Kraken take an early lead on Hockey Night in Canada. But Montour puts the puck into the slot. Goodness gracious. I think that's Evans who got it. No, it was Jared McCann. Of course it's Jared McCann. Former Vancouver Canuck Jared McCann getting a beautiful pass in the slot from behind the net from Brandon Montour. And he'll slap it right past Tolopilo. Kane picks it up, wraparound attempt, puts it towards the front of the net, and Grubauer will make a save and hang on. Daggio, I didn't want to wear this bag tonight. The year is 2295. A 10-foot Robo Linden comes and uses his laser hands to remove the names of the 2011 Boston Bruins from the record books. Yes! And then Kayla's like, tank, tank! And then Woofer McGee is here, and he's like, tank, 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 tank. Connie McKenzie, tank, 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 tank. Jared McCann scores to put the Kraken up 1-0. Oh, man. Tank, tank. A Vancouver history book. Callum's got a ghost in chat. Benning shouldn't have traded McCann. Yeah, we traded him for what's his face. Oh my God, the defenseman, right? Boo, says Callum. That's why he's got the he's saying boo, and it's a ghost saying boo. Fangirl. EP40 drops for booing, but puts it over for Hronek. Tries to throw it over for Drew O'Connor, but it deflects off of a Kraken stick and out of place. The faceoff should be just in front of Mr. Grubauer. Get the bag ready. I know, Casket Brain. You guys are waiting for it. Bag it, Rusty. Donnie Bluebone. Hey, June of 2011 is missing. It's weird, right? Tank, 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 tank. LMAO. Okay. Kraken win the draw. Puck ends up behind their net. Good sidestep there from Gaudreau. He'll play the puck up the boards for Oleksiak. Gets to center, dumps it in deep. Tolopilo comes out, plays it around the boards, up the far side. Rossi gives it away, but the Kraken player couldn't keep control. Now Marcus Pettersson, just outside his own blue line, pass across to the far side. With a step, the Canucks come over the blue line, shot to the front of net. Grubauer kicks it out. And then the Kraken will clear the rebound all the way down to the Canucks blue line. Oh, Marcus Pettersson attempts a bounce pass for Brock Besser at the blue line, but the pass misses the target, and the Canucks have iced the puck. Can we get a rule book in chat? The Canucks need to learn the rules. That is called icing. Do better. Learn the rules. Cadet Duncan. Everybody was on vacation in June 2011. Tolopilo, very weak on rebounds, his lefty all around. And then Connie's like, tank, baby, tank! Wave! All right, Kraken win the draw. They'll control it, put it back to the blue line, cross to the far side, into the high slot, shot to the front of net. Tolopilo makes the save and manages to hang on. The rebound came off of him, and he gloved it immediately. Now Eberle is getting cleared out from the front of the net as he crashed in on Tolopilo. Tank! Dijon Mustard, tank, 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 tank. Cadet Duncan, tank. There we go. We got the rule book. Calvin 99 Charlie's got the rule book out. People's First, Yukon in the chat. What's up, People's First? Nice to see you, Bobby. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, a face-off win for the Kraken. They shoot it towards the net. Bouillon will clear it out to the neutral zone. Puck deep into the Kraken zone, but Montour plays it up the boards. Good transition from the Kraken. They'll dump it deep. Tolopilo comes out. He'll play it over for Bouillon, but it gets by him. The Kraken play back to Bouillon. Montour throws it towards the front of the net. And Tolopilo makes a save. Bouillon clears it up the boards, but Kraken will intercept it, keeping control. Shot to the front of the net. Goes wide on the near side off the end boards. Oh, no. Good shot by Montour there. Just missing on the near side. He'll pick it up again. Passing it back up the boards. Good work by Atu to rub his man out, but can't take the puck away. Shot from the point. Blocked by EP25, and the puck will bounce all the way back into the neutral zone. Oh, my God. Beniers puts it into the Canucks zone. First one onto it is Mr. Eberle, who had a hat trick last time these teams played. Pass across to the blue line. Larson takes a shot. That deflects off of a Sasson stick into the corner. Eberle picks it up, puts it back to the blue line. Pass to the near side for Larson. Larson puts it towards the front of the net. Tipped off a shin pad. And Sasson will skate out. He gets the center. Dumping it down into the near side corner. Bluger throws a hit. Can't jar the puck free as the Kraken will start out through center ice. Dumping it in from the red line. Puck comes up the boards. Eberle kicks at it. Bounces to Sasson. And he does well to make sure the puck gets into the Kraken zone. Canucks will probably start a change here. They already have Drew O'Connor's on the ice. Kraken are changing too. So that gives the Canucks a chance to finish it up as Riker Evans passes across. Puck into the Canucks zone. Shot to the front of the net. Deflects off EP25. In behind the net. Hronek plays it out for Drew O'Connor, who puts it over for Kane, who gets it deep. He takes a hit while he's doing that. Evans puts it around to the far side. EP40 takes it from him. Back to the blue line, but it bounces past Vilander. And he'll have to retreat all the way into his own zone to pick up the puck. 22-96, the 10-foot Robo Lindens warpath continues. He forces anyone named Mark to change their name to Schlark. You guys know Rangers legend Schlark Messier? I've never heard of him. Who's this Messier guy I keep on hearing people talk about? Kraken take control in their own end. Montour with a pass up to the blue line, intercepted by Vittorio Mancini. He tries a pass, but that one's knocked down, and the Kraken will skate in. Shane Wright passes back to Capo Caco, takes a shot. Tolopilo makes a save, and Canucks will skate out. Ogren gets it deep. Then they move in on the forecheck. Puck knocked back into the corner by Rossi. The Kraken will take it back, move it out into the neutral zone. Caco gets checked by Bouillon, but the Canucks couldn't touch it because they would have been offside. Ogren takes the puck, loses it to Catan. Catan or Catan? Settlers of Catan. Back to the blue line. Another shot. Knocked down there by Gaudreau. He loses it. Now he gets pinned to the boards by DeBrusque, who's now trying to kick the puck out. Ogren's there too. Middle of the line change for the Canucks. Vittorio Mancini doesn't see the puck sitting behind him. Puck around the boards, back to the blue line. Larson takes another one, throws it wide of the net, hoping for a tip. Nobody was there. Larson skates down, puts the puck into the faceoff circle. Shot to the front of the net. Vittorio Mancini going down on one knee to block that one. Puck comes into the corner. Now Vittorio Mancini pins his man to the boards. Ben Myers kicks it free for his line mate Winterton. Shot to the front of the net. Tolopilo makes a save. Winterton battling behind the net, but loses it there for Zeev Bouillon, who flips it high down the ice. And they're going to say no icing, as the Kraken made no effort to get to that puck. Kids, just say no to crack. And where's McGee? Tolo. Kraken just cycling the puck back to the blue line, shot to the front of the net, shot to the blue line, back to the front of the net. EP25 plays it up the boards, a little bit weak though, and Besser will try and dig it out there. Now Douglas, who's on mid-line change. Like I said, they're still trying to get this change finished. Besser's still stuck on the ice as the Kraken keep it deep. Now Besser chops it off the boards out to the neutral zone. Kraken will pick it up there as Evans will play it out to the neutral zone, but that one gets intercepted by Mr. Hronek. Plays it over for Sasson, dumps it into the Kraken zone. Moves in on the forecheck. The Kraken will take control once again. Good speed there, though, by Bluger to get to it, but then he puts it back to the blue line, but nobody was there. So Carlson, now in the neutral zone, skates over the blue line, takes a shot to the front of the net. Blocker save. First shot in a while for the Canucks, only their third of the game. As Bluger with a good shot to the front of the net. And then another shot to the front of the net from a distance. Grubauer saw it all the way, and he'll make an easy save. And he'll hang on to the puck. And we'll get our first media break. Oh, I said stop, yo. Stop the clock. 8:42 left to go. So a fast-moving period. Oh, hey guys. Terrible rebound goalie, needs to work on that. How to smother it when necessary. Hi, Bobby, says Fangirl. Just think Jim Benning held on to Jake Virtanen instead of McCann. Yeah, casket brain. It haunts my nightmares. It definitely does. For anyone here who's new and you haven't done it yet, make sure you turn on gifted memberships by doing the following. You're going to go ahead and click the join button below me. That's going to make you come down to the membership where you're going to click on the three dots. They'll say gift membership settings. Click on that, and that'll bring you over to allow gifted memberships. Make sure you flip that switch on, and then you never know, because gifted memberships sometimes come flying out of this chat. So make sure you flip on gifted memberships just like that, okay? Okay? Hi, Big Mac, or hey, Big Mac. The Canucks have one shot on goal versus 3 for the Kraken. Lefty all around. Tolopilo, meanwhile, allowed a goal through his 5-hole and could thus have stopped that shot. Is it your opinion, David, that every single shot that goes 5-hole could have been stopped? Because, I mean, technically, any shot that goes by a goalie could have been stopped. Yeah, casket brain, huge mistake. Man, you look freaking scary. What do you mean? Tolopilo should have smothered that first shot instead of giving up a 6-foot rebound. Gabranson is greater to Pearson to DeSmith. Oh my God. Yeah, we traded McCann for Gabranson, who's traded for Pearson, who's traded for DeSmith, and now we have none of those people. Gabranson has been on many teams he's played for. Or how many teams has he played for? Ooh, face-off win for the Canucks, and they drive it to the front of the net. But Grubauer shuts the door. Pass to the front of the net. Oh, it looks like Kane might have just taken the puck off the face. I think it deflected off of his face. Canucks take it out. Breakaway pass for Evander Kane. Comes in on Grubauer, digs in the back end, and scores! The Vancouver Canucks have tied the game! Evander Kane takes a puck to the face, so he's behind the play, which allows the Canucks to take the puck in their own zone, feed it up to him right through the defense, and finally, Mr. Kane does something. Holy cow! What a pass there from Drew O'Connor up for Kane, digs to the backhand, and Roof Daddy past Grubauer, and the Canucks have tied the game. And I can take the mask off for the moment. Oh my God, it's so hot and stinky in there. Thank you, Evander Kane, for allowing me to take that mask off. You love to see it. Go, 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 go! Fangirl. Go, 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 go. Kraken. Dump the puck into the Canucks zone. Oh, that was Drew O'Connor's 100th point. 100th point. Ooh, another shot to the front of the net by Rossi. Goes off Grubauer and then wide. Puck into the slot. Bounced away from Besser. Shot to the front of the net. That one's blocked as well. Comes back to the blue line. Kept in there by Marcus Pettersson. Shot to the front of the net. Blocked there by Larson, I think. Now, the other number 6, Besser with a shot to the front of the net. He hits number 6 Larson again in front. Ogren puts it down for Rossi. Back to Ogren on the far side. He has some space and time. Puts it in front for Besser, who shoots it just wide. And the puck comes off the end boards and bounces out to the neutral zone. Canucks will clear it into the zone. Rossi couldn't touch it because he would have been offside. Shannon's in the chat. What's up, Shannon? Nice to see ya. We love Shannon in the chat. Shannon, Shannon, Shannon. Shannon's like, go, 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 go. And Myers skates out in the Canucks zone, puts it over for Gaudreau, who shoots it towards the front of the net. That one deflects off EP25, back to the blue line, held in there by Gaudreau. Puck on the boards. Douglas trying to dig it out. EP25 there as well. Kicked down the boards by the Kraken. Gaudreau tries to put it up front, but can't get it to the intended target, Myers. And the Canucks will skate out. Achiratu gets the puck in. Winterton passes across the zone, though. Out for Gaudreau, who dumps it from center into the Canucks corner. Far side. Picked up by Hronek. Canucks get it deep. Moving on the forecheck. Sassone jars it free for Blueger, who puts it back to the blue line, across for Bouillon. Into the slot, through the intended target, Carlson. Blueger will pick it up, though. He'll play it back to the blue line. Ooh, and then Hronek mishandles it, and they're going to call it offside. Oof. Hronek, good thing he touched that. That's one of the few times I like an offside, because the pass back to him bounced off him outside the line. He played it inside. Oh, and Besser just missing the post. Oh, my goodness. But on that last play, Hronek had the puck come just outside the blue line. Then he played it inside, and then it was immediately stolen by the Kraken, and they started skating down. They had a clear break from their own blue line, but because it was touched by Mr. Hronek, it was an offside, so the whistle went. Swerve and Irvin. Goal, 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 go, go. Casket Brain. Go, 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 go. To evil. KJ Brazy, I would pay to have Eminem diss Quinn Hughes. I think Quinn Hughes might be... Is Quinn Hughes originally from Detroit? Tell me if I'm wrong. No, he just played in Michigan, right? But he was born in like Florida or some crap, right? Yeah, he was born in Orlando, Florida. But I think he played in Michigan. So I don't know if we can get Eminem to do a diss track, because Eminem is from Detroit too, right? Some shots goalies have to stop. That said, Tolopilo seems to have settled down, with the Canucks having since tied the game 1-1. Oh no, it was Kane. He's increasing his trade value. Oh wait. We didn't trade him. Hi Shannon, how are you feeling? And then Connie McKenzie's like, go, 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 go. And then Cal McKenzie's like, holy fucking raising Kane. Raising Kane. Yeah, baby, Evander Kane pots one home. Kenora says, woo, Kane anti-tank goal. Yep. Kane with the anti-tank missile. Go, go, go. Le Butt. Face off in the Canucks zone, won by them. They'll try and play it out. Goes off the glass and out of play. So no penalty, but the face off will come back deep into the Canucks zone. Oh my God, look at us out there making a goal. And then Connie's like, Go Canucks glow. Go Canucks glow. Go Canucks glow. Go Canucks glow. And then Beavis like, woo! Blueger trying to take the face off against Ben Myers. They tie each other up. Blueger wins it back for Hronek, plays it behind the net. EP25 hustles onto it. Pass all the way up to the red line, tipped in by Sassone. Carlson pursues his man behind the net. Liljegren spins away, skates back behind the net, backhander up the boards, knocked down by EP25, coming down from the blue line. Blueger watching his point, puts it over for Hronek, who takes a shot. That one's blocked. And then the Kraken will move it out. Hronek picks it up at his own blue line. He'll wait a second for his team to make a change. And he'll start moving to the side. Back pass to EP25. Now 25 gives it over for Hronek. Puck up to the Kraken blue line, brought in by EP40. He plays it down the boards for Drew O'Connor, but a weak backhand pass over for Kane gets taken away by the Kraken. Marcus Pettersson knocks his man down on the boards. EP40 intercepts it for a moment, jars the puck free for Vilander, skates behind the net. Puck around the boards, up for Drew O'Connor, who tries to put it in the middle, but that one's intercepted by Tolvanen. And then Drew O'Connor tries to get it out the point, but the Kraken keep it deep. V-liner picks it up over for EP40. EP40 with a cheeky backhand through his own skates over for Kane, who puts it over for Drew O'Connor, who shoots it towards Grubauer. EP40. Oh, he couldn't settle a puck down. It looked like he might have done a wraparound shot to the front of the net for the point. Puck is loose. And the referee finally blows the whistle for the sake of Grubauer. As that whole play started with a very cheeky, we've seen two of those now tonight. The first one from Kane from behind the net between his own legs. And the second one from EP40 on his own blue line. A cheeky backhand pass between his own legs. So the Canucks are apparently feeling cheeky tonight. Did Kane just score? Yeah, he did. Look at this. Evander Kane has 12 goals. Drew O'Connor, 10th assist, and Zeev Buium with his 17th assist of the season. Let's have a look at the visualizer since you ask. So EP40 jars the puck free for Zeev, who puts it over for Drew O'Connor, passes over for Kane on the breakaway. And as if we see Kane is pretty far back here, that's because it looks like he might have taken a puck off the face. But then on the back check, watch EP40 here. So he pressures, he jars the puck free for McCann, who quickly passes over for Drew O'Connor, and then up for Kane, who's on the slow way back, deep to the backhand, puts it in the net. Evander Kane with an anti-tank missile, making it a 1-1 score. Back to the bar. Boom! WTF, says Casket Brain. Goal. What's up, says Brayden Coots. What's up, people? How's it going, Brayden Coots? Nice to see ya. Pink sunglasses in the house. No time to relax. We got to keep up the score, says Derek. How's it going, Derek? Nice to see you, my guy. Free yourself from the baggage, Rusty. Thank you, Callum. Nice defensive checking by 24 and a good pass by O'Connor. I am really dizzy and have really bad pain in my back and head going down my neck, and my throat hurts when I swallow. I'm sorry to hear that, Shannon. Servant says, I'm sorry, Shannon. Calvin 99 Charlie, I will not put the goal emote if Kane scores. Never! Tolo Pilo. And then Shannon says, thanks, Irvin. Get better, Shannon, says Braden. Calvin, I will 10 second ban you if you don't. I've always liked Undertaker instead of Kane, says Casket Brain. I agree. Undertaker is the far superior wrestler. Evening, beautiful people. What's up, Thomas? Nice to see you, my dude. Always good to have you in chat. Ooh, Canucks put the puck towards the front of the net after a faceoff win. Buium with another one. Tipped on by Douglas. I'm going to just do this right now. Because the Canucks scored. And we didn't get one of these, so I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to throw a gifted membership out for you kids. Kane just needs to punch puck in the face and get him going. Ryan H., you might be right. Maybe he just needs to be punched in the face every once in a while. So we've got a free gifted membership that just went out from me, and that one goes out to Jay Parka. Jay Parka getting the free gifted membership. So congratulations, Jay Parka. Because of the Evander Kane goal, I hope you don't hate him too much. You got a free gifted membership. So that means you can now use all the custom emojis in our chat, which are as follows. There are a lot of them. We are very lucky here on Nothing is Perfect that we have so many custom emojis. And there they all are. Dobby, Learn the Rules, Trevor Linden, Swear Jar, Goal, Big Mac, Coconuts Glow, Jake's Takes Hockey, Wave, Crystal, Rusty and Dusty, Artie, Too Evil, Hunter, Golden Eyes, Major, Tank, Too Good, Abby. Scrafford's like Rusty and Dusty. Dobby, hi! All right, Canucks in the neutral zone. Pass across. Another one across the blue line. EP25 dishes over for Besser. Goes to the front of the net. Besser spins in the corner. Back to the blue line for Hronik. Pass across for another player. Shot to the front of the net from EP25. Rebound for Besser. And the puck gets cleared by the Kraken. The Canucks have woken up here a little bit, which you do love to see. Thomas is like, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden. Oh, I think the Kraken just iced the puck. Oh, Rossi taking a big hit at the blue line. Bounces back up, though. And goes in and throws a hit of his own on Lilligren. Lindgren. Sorry, I keep on saying it wrong. Lindgren. Coach Rob Lilly's in chat. What's up, Coach Rob Lilly? Nice to see ya. I say la, 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 la. Oh, Canucks come in offside. My computer just glitched and didn't stop the clock. Okay, it's good now. Quinn Hughes keep pickle. Quinn Hughes eats sushi without wasabi. Oh my gosh. Taylor, I was talking about his recent diss track. I should have clarified. Sorry. Hi, Jumbo. Quinn Hughes doesn't call his mother on his birthday. Oh my gosh. EP40 dumps the puck into the far side corner. Canucks pick it up, put it to the front of that, deflects it away by the Kraken. Pass down low, gets intercepted. And then the Kraken will move it out. Canucks up to 15 shots all of a sudden. Can you believe that? They have been exploding with shots here after that Kane goal. Just peppering Grubauer. Kraken, Tolvanen falls. Oh, they're calling that a penalty? Oh my God, that's a terrible call. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref. Kraken controlling with a goalie pulled on a BS call. Oh, and the shot explodes, and it turns into a great pass down low. But the Kraken can't complete it as Tolopilo came across. Oh my God, a left pad saved by Tolopilo on a crazy sequence. Shot to the front of the net. Knocked down in front by Marcus Pettersson. And with 1:17 left to go. What a crazy sequence there. That's crazy. The shot from the point ends up being, Tolvanen just throws himself to the ice. The stick explodes on the shot from the point, and then the puck comes down low for Beniers, and he gets a shot from a sharp angle, but Tolopilo comes across and makes the save. Holy cow. The Kraken go to the power play on a weak call, if you ask me. Unbelievable. All right. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref. Ratu wins the draw. Back for EP25, who puts it over for Hronik. And he'll slap that puck down the ice. Grubauer can't get to the puck. That'll come up the boards, and the Kraken will play it back behind their own net. McMahon. Oh my God. Yeah, by the way, Bobby McMahon's in this game. I haven't said his name once yet. Bobby McMahon in this game. We got McCann and McMahon. Puck to the front. Oh, and the Kraken score! Tag, baby, tag! Oh, it's Bobby McMahon. I hadn't said his name all night long. And he goes to the front of the net, puts it in. Recently acquired from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Going hard to the front of the net. Oh no, they're going to give it it's Shane Wright? Or no, Shane Wright is saying, I did not touch it. Oh no. Goes off Tolopilo and in. That's terrible. Holy cow. Tolopilo puts it in his own net. Shane Wright just puts it towards the front of the net. And it goes off the inside of his pad and in. So Bobby McMahon gets his first as a Kraken. You hate to see it. And the mask is back on as the Kraken take the lead in the last minute of play here. Boo! tank, 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 tank. Lefty all around's like laugh out loud, Tolopilo. And then Connie's like tank, 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 baby, tank, tank, tank. Bag it, Rusty, says Callum. Casket, laugh out loud. Woofers McGee, tank, 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 tank. Yeah, so McMahon getting his 20th of the season and his first point as a Seattle Kraken player. Of course, it's against the Canucks. 7.7 seconds left to go here in the first period. In my opinion, nobody has crossed any lines. It's all in fun. Don't remind me, Irvin. That's not going to be fun. Tank, 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 tank. Oh, no. Oh, Tolopilo, bro. Tank, 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 tank. Wave! Face off just outside the Kraken blue line. Canucks will flip it right towards Grubauer. He'll glove it down and then hang on. And they're just going to, they're going to blow the whistle with 0.2 seconds left. I can't even do 0.2 seconds. My clock doesn't have that many digits. Big Mac's like, tank! This mask is absolutely out of control right now. So 0.2 seconds left. Then it'll be the end of the period. See if maybe they just take a shot to the front of the net. Oh yeah, Brock Besser's going to try and shoot it. Yeah, not happening, unfortunately. Boo, Kraken. As we move into the first intermission. All right. I will remove the mask. For the moment, we will put on my headset so I can talk to our first intermission guest. Unbelievable. Oh, Dustin's got the black skate jersey on. You'll love it. Yeah, I know, right? Coming in with all the latest Quinn Hughes rumors, it's Dustin Boydell.
Somewhere that he walks his cat.
I can totally see that, right? And his cat has the same vacant stare.
Puts a little harness on it, puts a leash on it, takes it for walks down the block in Minnesota.
He probably calls it JT.
What's happening, dude? How's your day going?
It's going pretty good, brother. How about you?
Not bad. We're talking hockey, I guess. Hey,
yeah, classic tank game.
We're still stuck watching these guys. Holy.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, they finally turned things well. So, I mean, the down was the goal to start. The up was the fact that they actually managed to turn things around. They were looking good. Kane gets hit in the face. Maybe that we got to do at the beginning of every game. When we re-sign him, by the way, before the game, Kane gets smacked in the face. Boom.
Don't you dare even put that into the universe. Don't you suck those words out of the air back into your mouth and you say sorry to everyone right now that Evander Kane is not going to be on this team next year.
I don't know, man. I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, no. But like honestly, it's like just get this guy to 1,000 and get him out of the lineup. I get why he's playing. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to have another Mike Modano issue where it's like, okay, whatever. But it sucks that the Canucks are going to have to do this 1,000 game ceremony for this guy who's given basically an absolute shell of himself to this team. I mean, where's that finish been all year? And it's like not even like it's a good goal. He was out of position because he was whining and complaining to the official about missing the high stick. So he was late to get back into the zone. That was the only reason he was available for the breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice that he finished the goal, but it's only like half an up because he was so out of position. That's the only way it was created.
And it's Grubauer.
I'll give a big up to the I'll give a big up to like Rossi, Besser, and Ogren. They're having a really good game so far. Ogren and Besser look good together. They got some chemistry there, which is nice. Besser just needs to hit the freaking net. When you demand the puck on a 2-on-1, you better hit the net. It's just a bad look. So, I mean, kudos to him for wanting it and having that confidence to want the shot. We need that from Besser. And then he had a really close one that just missed the net. In the slot there on another feed from Ogren, I think.
Sing Holiday 10 times for saying that. Apparently that's going to like break the curse. And are we talking Holiday by Green Day, right? So I guess.
Yep, that's the old goal song.
Yeah, one of the great ones. Which would be better if they went back to that, because then it's my last name.
On holiday.
I was saying too, like
it gets dangerously close to others.
If it's the coordinate, the cord probably saves that too, right? Like Grubauer's a smaller guy. He's not as great.
Yeah,
right?
Dacker doesn't go down as quickly as Grubauer on that, and he's probably more upright. Probably doesn't bite as hard on the deke. Because Kane only really had the backhand to go to on that one. So, but I like the way that that second line is buzzing. I hope we see them pop one in. But again, once Evander Kane gets to 1,000 games, just get him out of the lineup. In no world, when you're a rebuilding team in last place, should Evander Kane be playing on the top line over literally anyone else.
They're calling it the bro
And
line.
he shouldn't even be. Yeah, it's awful.
Do you like that name? The bro line? Besser, Rossi, Ogren. Got the
I
line
like
over the O.
Yep.
But then if you go by the position, it should be the orb line because it would be Ogren on the left side, Ross, right? So you're either looking into an orb to the future or you're like, bro. But I mean, either one works.
Yeah. And then, I mean, just on the first goal, I mean, our defensive end coverage is so bad. Like, I don't know where Hronek's going, why he's caving over to Bouillon's side when Bouillon is there. And then Bouillon backs off thinking Hronek, okay, wants the guy. And then suddenly goes around the net, has no check. We have two guys standing on an island in front of Tolopilo. And Kane's taking his precious sweet time to make his line change, isn't back in the zone. And McCann is wide open in the prime slot area for a easy one-timer. So
classic Canucks getting scored on by a former Canuck. And then classic Canucks getting scored on by Bobby McMahon, who scores his first goal as a member of the Seattle Kraken. So gets that milestone and his 20th of the year. So they think they have it bad. Well, I mean, we got Pedersen. Now they got McCann and McMahon down there in Seattle. So both of them getting on the scoreboard tonight. So, and I mean, we got to give it down to, I don't usually give goalies downs, but that goal by Bobby McMahon on Tolopilo, that was ugly.
Yeah. I think I don't know if he thought maybe it was going to get tipped by Wright or Wright was going to get a stick on it and change the angle. And then once it was under his pad, I don't think he felt it. So I think he just slid he just slid it into his own net, which sucks. It is a down, but man, I mean, it doesn't help that our penalty kill is atrocious. So, I mean, if it wasn't going to be then, were they really not scoring the way they were buzzing on that power play?
No.
Let's be real. That was going in. Whether the Canucks wanted it to or not.
Yeah, they're just trying to make
it's a crappy goal, but I think they were going to score on that anyways.
You got the 31st penalty kill in the Kraken and the 32nd penalty kill in the Canucks. So there might be, if the Canucks can manage to get a power play in this game, they got a good chance against the second worst penalty kill in the league.
Yeah.
Trevor Linden.
Yeah, some guy,
eh? Well, since he was going to be on the show tonight, which is absolutely crazy. I still can't believe it, right? I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on him and what he meant to the team and what your favorite memory of Trevor Linden was.
Well, I think when you think about what it means to be a Canuck, immediately you think of two guys, and it's Stan Smeel and Trevor Linden, right? And the way they carried themselves as leaders, not only on the ice, but what they did for the community. Trevor was instrumental in getting Canuck Place started, and had a huge hand in that children's hospice that they sponsor. And it's still going to this day. Plenty of other charitable contributions, and just led by example, right? Like, he was never the best player on any team, but he always had the biggest heart. And you always wanted him out there in clutch situations, especially if it was defensively, because he was a hell of a penalty killer his entire career. Something that went extremely underrated or kind of not appreciated in his game was the defensive ability. And then I just think about when he left and the organization just felt like it lost everything. Right? Lost its identity, lost its way, lost its path. And I, I was 11 years old, and I was devastated. I cried. I didn't want him to leave. I hated Mark Messier with a passion because of 94, and I couldn't believe we were bringing this guy here. And then when Linden came back, it was like the Renaissance. Everything was reborn, and the Canucks got a new identity back. And I think about the goal he got in the playoffs, the shorthanded goal he got in the playoffs, just a big lift. I think it was against the Wild. I can't remember, or the Oilers, one of the two teams. But just he was just always a guy who was there in the moment when you needed him the most. He was going to dig as deep as he could. We always, as Canucks fans, talk about the picture, right, of him and Kirk, and he'll play on crutches, and he'll play at Madison Square Garden. All that stuff, right, is all Linden lore, and I just think the way everything happened sucked. But I'm just appreciative for everything he's done for me to think about what it means to be a Vancouver Canuck and what it means to wear the jersey and how players should play the game. And so it's something that'll always stick with me in my mind, and it's something I appreciate having. And it's probably one of the biggest reasons why I am a Canucks fan and why I've been so deeply invested in this team, is just because of the culture that he cultivated and the way that he carried himself as a human being. I wanted to be associated with that organization, and that, I wanted him to be my captain, and I wanted to be like Trevor Linden. So, it's just, you could go on and on about how amazing of a guy he is, right? Like, you find anyone that says Trevor Linden's not a nice person, and I will call you a liar and kick you in the balls, because it's just not possible. It is not possible. So,
yesterday,
like I said,
one of our regular,
not flashy on the stat sheet, but man, did he carry himself like a grade A human being.
Yesterday, one of our regular viewers and donators, Mr. Hunter, reached out to me and was like, "What is the deal with the Pacific versus the Central Division?" Because right now, if you look at it, the Colorado Avalanche, the Dallas Stars, the Minnesota Wild have 88, 94, and 97 points. Absolutely crazy. The rest of their division looks pretty standard, right? And then you look at the Pacific Division, you got the Anaheim Ducks, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Edmonton Oilers, San Jose Sharks, and the Los Angeles Kings, all within 6 points of each other. 75 points at the top. LA's bottoming out at 69. You can even put the Kraken in there at 67 points. So how the heck do you get two divisions that end up with such a disparity on the top end?
Well, you look at teams that have built through the draft, and then you look at teams that have traded away draft picks year after year after year. And Vegas and Edmonton are on the down of their, elite play. Anaheim, San Jose, they're on their way up, right? They're rebuilding teams. They are on that path to being contenders. And so it's not unusual for them to be around 75, 70 points, right? Like, that's kind of where I would expect them to be. the shocking numbers are where it's like the Kings and everyone drops off. And you also have like, you got Calgary and Vancouver that are like two of the bottom teams in the entire league. So, anytime Colorado, Dallas, or Minnesota has come into the Pacific, they pretty much win those games. And so that's where that creates a big disparity as well, is the interdivisional play. And it's just, there's teams that are at their peak of building through the draft. And I mean, Dallas, this is maybe one of their last runs, maybe 2 years. But again, the one coming up on their heels is Utah, that is built through draft and developed well.
Trevor Linden was right. Hashtag Trevor Linden was right in the chat. Everyone should have rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
Para Ice Hockey Gold. So the Canadians and the Americans, as expected, these two great ice hockey nations have made it their way through. China losing to Canada, USA defeating Czechia yesterday. So China will play Czechia for the bronze medal, and then it's going to be USA versus Canada for the para hockey gold medal in Milan. How much does this mean to these guys, and how excited are you to watch this game? Because I believe it's supposed to be tomorrow morning at like 8 a.m. I'm going to be waking up to watch that for sure.
Yeah, 8:05 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you guys want some entertainment, like good sport entertainment, this game will be nuts. I mean, even the Canada versus Czechia game, they were going at each other. I mean, there was guys getting sticks around the throats and helmets almost being ripped off, big hits being thrown. It's exciting stuff. Even the game against China was not an easy semifinal game for Canada. No, Eric, don't panic. You didn't miss it. Second intermission. I had to make sure our number one supporter didn't panic. But only winning 4-2 over China. So a close game. China really making strides in the para hockey sport recently. And so you'll have those two the rivals, and man, these teams do not like each other. They're friends off the ice, because I've met some of the players that play for Canada, and I've met one or two that know some of the guys from the US, and they're all buddies, right? But when they're on the ice, it is 100% hate, and it is like watching a demolition derby, man. They go at each other so hard. They throw absolutely bone-crushing shoulder-to-shoulder hits, and they are flying out there. So if anyone has Gem, just make a free account, sign up, and you can watch the game tomorrow morning, 8:05 our time, and it will be a heck of a game.
Quickly before we get back into the Canucks versus Kraken game, just a quick update for you guys. Vancouver Golden Knights playing an early game today, playing against the Ottawa Charge. Unfortunately, for the second game in a row, coming up just short in overtime.
Yep. But good on them for battling in this one. They were down early. It was not much scoring. Down 1-0 going into the third period. Sarah Nurse evening things up. And then, it looked like they were going to get away with the regulation win. They just needed to kill off that last minute. And of course, not to be so with Ottawa scoring with I think about 54 seconds left.
Yeah.
And sending it to overtime and then taking the win. So a bit of a heartbreaker there for Vancouver. But I guess they get 1 point for the overtime loss, 2 points for the winner. So
yeah,
I've got to start trying to get some points if they want to have any hope of making any movement in the small league that is PWHL.
Yeah, the Ottawa Charge making a habit of winning in overtime. They have 5 regulation wins. They have 6 overtime wins now. So they have 6 2-point wins, which makes them the 4th place team right now, holding down that last playoff position. The Golden Knights struggling to put together any kind of wins. They got 2 points in their last 2 games with both those overtime losses. And kind of the opposite of the last one, where they got the goal late in the game to send it to overtime, whereas in this one, they got scored on late. They did have 3 shots in overtime, too, and the 1 shot that Ottawa got went into their net, so kind of sad there. Dustin, enjoy the second and third period, and we'll chat again soon, brother.
Absolutely, and I will be enjoying the second intermission. And apparently, Crazy P will be too. He liked our repost and even followed me back on X. So there you go.
Well, I got to get him on the show sometime too.
Absolutely.
Cheers, my dude.
Cheers.
Dustin Boydell, the Silver Fox, stopping by. We're already into the second period. Puck just dropped. The clock is already running. Update this here. Eric Hunter in the chat. Thanks, Rusty and Dusty, for all you do using his monthly membership message. Eric Hunter has been a member of Nothing is Perfect now for 6 months. So thank you very much, Eric Hunter, for all you do, my dude. We appreciate you very much. With all your generosity that you've put into this stream, we wouldn't be able to do it without you. And yeah, we wanted to have that quick discussion for you about the Pacific and the Central Division. As why the discrepancy is so wide there. So thank you very much, Eric Hunter. That's why you're in the rafters, my dude. All right, Kraken win the draw in their own zone. Puck to the far side. Now they'll bank a pass all the way to the Canucks blue line. Tucked in. Tolopilo cues it up behind his own net. Canucks will play it around. EP40 takes his man down while making a pass. That's like EP40's new favorite thing to do. It's the butt check. It's like the reverse Cronwall. Because Cronwall was always the guy who used to hit people with his booty. Whereas EP40, usually when he has the puck, he'll do a reverse hit. So, kind of cool. Puck down the ice into the Kraken zone. EP40 comes in to dig away. Gets it free, puts it behind the net, but away from Drew O'Connor, and Jared McCann will flip it high into the neutral zone. Puck bounces past Steve Bleem, but he'll pick it up. Wheels in front of Tolopilo and starts out over his own blue line through center. Gets over the Kraken blue line. He'll dump it behind the net. Ogren pressures his man. Rossi gets the puck on the half boards. He plays it down low, but it gets by Ogren. Comes around to Bouillon, who skates down into the corner, plays it up for Ogren on the sideboards. Spins. Puts the puck in front. Ogren can't get the shot off, and it looks like the Kraken have taken their first penalty of the game at the exact same time that Jay Bogov comes into chat with a gifted membership. So thank you very much, Jay. I appreciate you with your donation. And Kill Benji getting the free gifted membership courtesy of Jay, which you love to see. So thank you very much, Jay, for the gifted membership. Congratulations to Kill Benji 8970 getting the free gifted membership. And Jay, that's sick, my dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for donating to Dobby's College Education Fund. Oh yes, there's a power play for the Canucks. Got to reset that clock too. The play is underway. Canucks do control. Pettersson down the boards. In front. Shot to the front of it. Tipped on. Just wide by DeBrusk. A slap pass. A very Sedin-esque slap pass down low. But DeBrusk putting the puck wide. Now Hronek with a shot to the front of that. That one deflects off of his shin pad. Besser recovers it. Puts it over for Hronek. Puck behind the net. Gets away from Rossi though. And the Kraken will play it up to the blue line. Kept in for a moment by EP40. But the Kraken will get it. Throwing it towards Tolopilo, who gloves it, fights it off a little bit. Just kind of crazy. Now Besser through center over the whale. Dishes the side for DeBrusk, who spins on the boards, puts it down behind the net for Besser. Back up the boards for Rossi. Puck comes around for Hronek. He lets it go for DeBrusk, who puts it down low. Besser hits his man off the puck, and Rossi will come in. Puck bounces in front. DeBrusk picks it up, puts it back to the blue line for Hronek, puts it across for EP40. Puck bounces on him. But he'll recover with a backhand pass over Besser. Touches it over for Hronek. Over for Petey. Tries to put it over for Besser just outside his reach. And the puck will get shot down the ice. Swerve and Irvin had tread been live. I would have asked, fans feel You had been unfairly dismissed twice by the Canucks. How are you so loyal to the city and its fans? That's the key there, Swervin. You said it. Using your monthly membership message, Swervin Irvin's been a member for 12 months, a full year now for Swervin Irvin. Thank you very much, my dude. I appreciate you all the support. And that's the key, my guy. He is loyal to the fans in the city. That's what he really cares about. Canucks with a last second shot towards the front of the net. Grubauer makes a save at the very end of that power play. And the Kraken will kill off the first Canuck power play. Tolopilo stops behind his own net. Woo-hoo-hoo. He was outside the net, and the Canucks almost skated it right in front. That would have been very scary. But Zeev Buium knew better and did not skate in front of the empty net. But Beniers brings it back into the Canucks zone. Vilander pokes it over for Zeev Buium, who chops it over for Vilander, but it gets knocked down by Eberle. Now Zeev Buium tries to get to it in the corner. He does and flips it out to the neutral zone. Ogren tries to jar it free. Kraken play it back into the Canucks zone. Beniers gets checked by Vilander. Good work there defensively by Vilander. Puck on the half boards. Kraken control back to the blue line. Shot to the front of the net. Knocked down in front. Now Beniers fans on the shot. Plays it behind the net. Eberle puts it up front. The Canucks will flip it down the ice. Kraken playing across. The Canucks start to change. The Kraken are going to take advantage. They got a 4-on-2 now. Puck in front and they score! Tank, baby, tank! I should have had this on before, but that goal is a reminder as the Seattle Kraken get a 4-on-2 on a very poor line change from the Kraken as Alexiak shoots it past Tolopilo. DeBrus cannot complete the slap pass. So it's Beniers over to Alexiak in the high slot right between the face-off dots, and he rips it past the glove side of Tolopilo as the Kraken widen their lead to 3-1. That was Quinn Hughes' fault to Swervin Irvin. Canucks win the next face-off. Oh my goodness. Okay, Tolopilo, wake up. Kayla's like, tank. And then Coach Wobbly's like, and then Jay's like, 3-1 Kraken. Shot to the front of the net by the Canucks. Grubauer directs it wide. Puck bounces past Douglas. Puck into the corner. DeBrus gets pinned there. Douglas plays it around, comes up the near side boards. Pinching down is Mancini, but he can't keep it deep. Puck gets all the way down into the Canucks zone. Marcus Pettersson leaves it for... Oh, and then Ratu tries to fire a pass up the ice. His stick explodes, and then the Kraken have control in the Canucks zone. And Ratu has no stick, so he'll defend without one, standing in the slot. He's just going to try and get his feet on it if he can. Ratu's got to be careful. He can't grab people. Puck back to the blue line. The Kraken have a partial power play here with Ratu with no... Oh, and the puck bounces towards the front of the net. Tolopilo negotiated that one well as a poor sequence of events. Poor Ratu. His stick exploded. And the Kraken keep control. Boo, says Callum. And then People's vs. Yukon, Bobby's like, tank, 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 tank. Connie's like, tank, 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 tank. Tank to tank to tank, tank to tank, tank to tank, tank to tank. And then Eric Hunter's like, too evil, too evil, too evil, too evil, too evil. Tank, 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 tank. KJ's just like, 6. And then Fangirl's just like, seriously? And then Fangirl's like, hi, Coach Rob. And then Wooford McGee's like, tank, tank. Tank, 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 tank. And then David W says, Matty Beniers scores to widen the Kraken lead 3-1. So David, he got the assist, but he did not get the goal as it was Jamie Alexiak scoring from Matty Beniers and Brandon Montour So Alexiak getting his 4th of the season. Matty Beniers with his 24th assist, and Brandon Montour with his 18th assist of the year. Connie's like, tank, baby, tank. And then Kenora's like, boo. Tank, 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 tank. Calvin 99 Charlie. Tank, tank, tank. Tank, tank, tank. Hi, Fangirls, is Coach Rob. Sweet identity. Patty. Okay, Vancouver. Proud of you. Tank, baby, tank. Wow, Petey put that on a platter for DeBrusque. No finish. Yep. KJ Brazy, it is getting painful. Did you guys see the highlight from that? What game was it? I can't even remember. Petey with the perfect pass for DeBrusque in the slot. He shoots it 4 feet wide. Just terrible. No, says Zach. David says, seems the shot went over Tolopilo's catching glove on his left side. Yep. That was Quinn Hughes' fault, says Swervin. Stank, 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 says Casket Brain. Paragon Pro, let's just let another guy walk down Broadway and score, laugh out loud. Holy crap, we suck at defense. And then Dijon Mustard hears and he's like, tank goal. Yeah, it was a tank goal, wasn't it, Dijon? Welcome. Yay, Kraken goal, says just incredible. Hi, Dustin, says Fangirl. Lapped you all around. It did go over his glove. What was the speed of that shot by Alexiak? Huh. I wonder. I didn't see the little marker on the screen, unfortunately. Swerving, no, laugh out loud. Oh, Tolopilo with a right pad save. Rebound comes out. Stevenson puts it down the boards. He'll pick it up on a return pass, puts it in the slot, and Drew O'Connor knocks his man down. Jared McCann going down in a heap on a good check there from Mr. Drew O'Connor. Now, Evander Kane plays up the blue line. EP40 handles it off of his stick and then plays it over for Drew O'Connor, but Drew O'Connor couldn't get it deep, but Kane and O'Connor do well to keep the puck down low. Now Kane is just going to decide not to change here. Oh, Chandler Stevenson puts it off of Tolopilo. Another bad rebound comes out. Kane will clear up the rebound, but now he's stuck out. He could have easily changed there, but he's an absolute moron, so he did not change. But the Canucks will take control. And then EP25 puts it right up the slot and a pass oh. So they end up not passing it. For a second there, I thought they were going to pass it across. They should have passed it across. And it looks like EP25 taking that puck off of the ankle. And he's not putting any weight on that left skate right now. As Vince Dunn skates down Main Street, shot to the front of the net. Tolopilo with a right pad save through a crowd. After a bad play by EP25, and then the rebound goes wide. I can't believe they didn't pass it across. But I guess there was actually some decent positioning. So, oh yeah, EP25, he is not putting any weight on that ankle. We'll see if he stays on the bench, but I won't be surprised if he goes to the locker room. Canucks win the faceoff. Off the glass, knocked down at the blue line, though, by the Kraken. They'll keep it in there. As a good play by Lindgren. The Canucks will intercept it. Carlson with a pass to the far side for Marcus Pettersson. Puts the puck towards the net. Grubauer will make the save and hang on. Looks like he was made to look for a shot for a rebound there by Marcus Pettersson, but no rebound, so couldn't finish the job. Sorry, but who the hell initiated this line change? Yeah, that was brutal, eh? Oh, man, did it? I don't even think it was a block shot. I think he twisted his ankle on the boards. Huh. Canucks win the faceoff. Zeev Buium skates down, puts the puck to the front of the net. Grubauer makes a save. Mancini pinches. The puck will come all the way back into the Canucks zone. Jake DeBrusque plays it to the far side for Carlson, who plays it behind the net for Zeev Buium. Zeev Buium with a pass out to the blue line, but that gets by everyone, and the Kraken will take control at their own blue line. The Kraken are 9-1-2 in their last 12 games against Vancouver. That is terrible. Trish, winky face, says Swervin Irvin. I bet Foot Clan is sweating when we start to lead. Laugh out loud. Kraken will play it deep into the Canucks zone. Then they'll recover it, playing it down behind the Canucks net. Victoria Mancini gets to it. He'll chop it up the boards. Canucks flip it out to the neutral zone. Kraken take it in their own zone, start out Moving back deep in their own zone, Alexiak, the goal scorer, passes up for Beniers, the assister. Puck drops even further back there for Evans, who plays out into the neutral zone. Now Eberle throws the puck behind the net. Beniers first one onto it. He plays it up the boards for Eberle. Skates back to the blue line. Now plays it down the boards for Beniers. Across for Evans, who shoots it towards the front of the net. Over the top of the net. Off the end boards. Back to the blue line for Beniers. Beniers puts it down low for Alexiak. Eberle puts it back to the blue line. And that one gets picked off by the Canucks, and they'll get to center and dump it deep. Ogren comes in to try and harass Evans to allow his teammates to change. The Kraken will start out. Pass across. Alexiak throws it towards the front of the net. Goes wide. Marcus Pettersson picks it up. He'll bank it out to center. Canucks bring it in. Ratu puts it in deep. Max Sasson skates onto it. Gets into the corner. He gets checked there, unfortunately. And the Kraken will move it out as McCann gets it up the boards. Canucks now bring it back down into the Kraken zone. Douglas tries to hit his man, wraps him up, but can't get the puck. I don't know why he just wrapped him up. He should have rammed him. Canucks keep it in. Ratu fires it towards the net after keeping it at the blue line, and Grubauer makes a save and kicks the puck out of play with 10:03 left to go here in the second period of play. Losing never so easy, says Derek Thompson. You were absolutely right, my dude. The Canucks have a knack for losing. That is absolutely true. I like coming from behind. Hope the Canucks do too, says Callum. What? Face off in the Kraken zone. Got the top line out of EP40, Drew O'Connor, and Kane. EP40 wins the draw. Puts the puck down the boards for Drew O'Connor. Plays it behind the net. EP40 tries to check his man, but Kraken will move it out. McCann plays the puck across the blue line. Nice pass there. Kraken puts it over for Larson into the corner. Tolvanen puts it over for Stevenson. Stevenson tries to feed out front. That gets knocked away by Drew O'Connor. Move by Kane to get past the first man, but loses the puck. And Vince Dunn will put the puck deep into the Canucks zone. Tolvanen comes in and chops at the stick, but can't come up with the puck because he got double teamed. Kraken will start a change. Drew O'Connor gets the puck deep from center. Kane puts it in front, but it gets knocked away by the Kraken's Lindgren. Now Drew O'Connor knocks the puck back. Kane and Drew O'Connor desperately need to change. They're not going to get it. Puck down low. Winterton puts it over across for Myers, and a shot to the front of the net. And Tolopilo gets a glove on it. Puck behind the net now. Marcus Pettersson skates onto it. He plays it back to Victorio Mancini, who has to chase the puck behind the net. Now he starts out, cuts across by the first man. Now he passes up the blue line for Carlson. Carlson shot towards Grubauer, and the rebound comes to the boards, cleared out by the Kraken. Wielander picks it up, plays it across to the far side, out to the neutral zone. Canucks dump it in. Bluer moves in on the forecheck, hits his man there, but can't get the puck. Montour plays it up the boards. Canucks almost knock it down, but the Kraken will bring it out. Z Bouillon intercepts it. He'll take control of it, but the Kraken will battle for it. Wielander pokes the puck to the side, but the Kraken will take it, put it back to the blue line. One-touch pass. Puck into the slot. Good work there by Ogren to take away the chance right in the slot. And the Kraken will... Shane Wright will play it back into his own zone, taking Ogren off the puck. Now Catton puts the puck in. Tolopilo comes out. Jay Bacot with a gifted membership into the chat. And that one goes out to Cannon Arm. Cannon Arm getting a free gift of membership courtesy of Jay Bacot. So thank you very much, Jay, for your free gift of membership. And congratulations to Cannon Arm, who gets the free gifted membership and can now use all the custom emojis. I'm glad I got to use the new Canucks goal. I made the new one for the Black Skate Night. But unfortunately, tonight might be the only time we see it. Rossi plays the puck deep. Looks like EP25 might not be at the bench right now. So we'll see if he does come back eventually. Thank you very much, Jay, for donating to Dobby's College Education Fund. We appreciate you. If you haven't done it yet, guys, make sure you do the following. You're going to turn on gifted memberships by hitting the join button. Then you're going to go over to the membership with these 3 dots. Scan down here to gift membership settings. That'll bring you over here to allow gift memberships. Just flip that on, and bam, you can get free gifted memberships from people like Jay or Hunter or Major. You never know. But you got to turn it on to have that happen. Canucks bring it over the blue line. Kane, back pass into the slot to nobody, and the Kraken will take control. McCann plays it in. Now it's a shot to the front of the net by Tolvanen. Tolopilo fights it off. Kane recovers it. Another dangerous pass. Zeev Buium handled it, but couldn't get it over for Ronick. Puck back to the blue line. EP40 with a nice pass out for Kane, but he can't handle it because he's got stone hands apparently. Canucks will move it out to the neutral zone. EP40 spins away from his check. Dishes at the blue line for Kane, who puts it over for Drew O'Connor, who chops it behind the net. EP40 gets checked. Oh, man, Kane came in. Could have almost got a tripping call there. But coming back for it was Marcus Pettersson, who plays it over for Victorio Mancini. Jake DeBrusk comes flying in, but can't get to the puck. Kraken move through center. Shane Wright brings it over the blue line. Goes into the corner. Looks out front. Pass out front. Blockered away by Tolopilo. And Carlson avoids a hit and gets the puck up to the blue line. But the Kraken will keep it in as Alexiak puts it back to the blue line for Myers, who takes a shot. That one goes wide into the corner. Puck around behind the net. Shane Wright can't knock it down. Comes up the boards. Alexiak knocks it back. Marcus Pettersson puts it over for Victorio Mancini. Mancini puts it out all the way up to the blue line. Tipped in by Bluger into the corner. Now we got a rugby game on the boards as Carlson and Bluger and Evans and Myers are all there. Just battling away right on the boards. Alexiak watching from the perimeter. So is DeBrusk. DeBrusk gets it. Can't keep it, though. Puck squirts out to the blue line. Kept in there by Zeev Buium. Throws on the break. Skates back to the middle. Fires it towards the front of the net. And through a crowd. Grubauer with 4:20 left to go in this period. It said 4:20 left to go in this period. Grubauer makes the save and hangs on. Sorry, it's 4:22. Whoops. Yeah, swerving. Behind. Elias Pettersson likes forechecking, showing his behind. Tank, tankity, tank. Too evil, too evil. Hopefully next year, him and Coots will gel together with Coots on his wing. I lost this week. What did you lose this week, Calvin? Callum's like, never mind, somehow I'm still winning. WTF, laugh out loud. Keep Kane on PD's line, says Fangirl. Or Fangirl. Fangirl, what do you mean? I'm usually pro Canucks, but tonight I'm neutral. Oh, because you got the Kraken shirt on. I see. We can only see the very top of the logo there, but yeah, you got your Kraken jersey on, eh? Tolopilo. It's definitely not easy being a Canucks fan these days, but us who stay loyal to the team will be rewarded when this team is good again, then eventually hoist the Stanley Cup. Oh my God, I hope so. I hope so, fangirl. Come here to me, says Duncan. 2297, Robo Linden slaps the oldest living descendant of Gary Bettman. No context, no warning. That's fair, right? Keep Kane off the top six, says Kenora. I wonder if Foot Clan is aware that he's not a good coach and what Jim and Patrick hired him for was to lose. Laugh out loud. Fangirl, I have a good idea for my Hughes jersey. Keep the C on it and just replace the nameplate and the number to what the current captain at the time, whoever that is. Okay, Elias Pettersson, back on the bench. You love to see it. J-Hype! Canucks win the draw. Shot to the front of the net. Grubauer gloves it with 4:17 left to go. Bro, these Canucks are feckin' acting the maggot. They're 100% aware Foot sucks. Laugh out loud. I hope so. And then Zach's like, Jay, yo! Jay hype! Yeah, I know they are. But is Foot Clan aware? No. Foot Clan is not aware. Laugh out loud. Even Vigneault was better than Foot. Shot at the front of the net. Saved by Grubauer with 4:11 left to go. Well, I mean, Vigneault was actually like, I don't know. Vigneault was very good. He got them to the Stanley Cup final, right? So, crazy. Nah, our fellow don't give a feck. Keep it coming, Jays, is Callum. AV was 100 times better than Foot as head coach. Lefty all around. Good job for the free memberships, says Lefty all around. Just happy they are paying him for the L's he produces. Laugh out loud. Tank Commander Foot reporting for duty. Canucks win the draw. Kane with a shot to the front of the net. That one gets blocked in the corner. Drew O'Connor picks it up. He gets knocked off. Puck comes back to him. He can't handle it. And then he chops it on net. But Grubauer was in good position to make the save as that puck was bouncing around just to the side of the net. And eventually, Drew O'Connor manages to chip it on net after it bounces off of a skate in front. Tolvanen getting Drew O'Connor a good chance there. Foot is dry shit. In all the years watching this team, Foot has to be the worst coach to get a full season. Yeah, even Torts. Yeah. Swear jar. Veronic at the blue line. Keeps it in after almost gets blocked. He has to contend with a broken stick, so the Kraken have a broken stick now. Chandler Stevenson's stick is busted. Drew O'Connor plays it up the boards for Petey. Back for Veronic. Puts it over for Kane. Kane puts it down low for Z Bullion, but puts it towards the front of the net. Tipped on net there by EP40. And Grubauer comes up with the save. Canucks will try and get it in deep now. EP40 comes in, puts the puck to the front of the net, and Kane is too slow and can't get to it. Puck to the front of the net, not covered up. Canucks digging away. And the linesman comes in and eventually blows the whistle. EP40 gets his helmet ripped off. Gets his helmet ripped off by Tolvanen. And then EP40 gives Tolvanen a good shot. Not feeling happy that he got his bucket removed as the Canucks digging away at the side of the net. Look, I'm trying to do an Irish get up for a St. Patrick's Day. Last dono for at least a couple weeks. Thank you very much, Jay. I appreciate it. I fell out the room, laugh out loud. Thomas is like, Rusty, Dusty. Silver Fox. Go Canucks, go. Canucks, go. Canucks, go. Laugh out loud. Hi there. I see Hooded Man. Laugh out loud. Great to see you all. How's it going, Johnny Redbone? Welcome. I can't wait for the special guests, says Shannon. Oh, he shoved Larson. All right, face off in the Kraken zone. Canucks trying to get something back before the end of this period. D. Petey sucking it up. Please subscribe. Thanks. Says, can't wait for Linden. Neither can I. Oh, Canucks win the draw, but the linesman didn't like the way he dropped it, so let's do it again. Yes, everyone is aware that Foot is the worst coach. Bring Torts back. And then Swerven's like, KJ Brazy. Holy voice crack. Laugh out loud. Canucks win the draw. Besser couldn't get the shot off. Kraken bring it out. Now they put it into the front of the net. Luckily, Winterton couldn't get to it, but he'll pick it up behind the net, being harassed by Vilander. Vilander doing well to take the puck away from him. Now Besser helps out. He'll skate it into the face-off dot, whip it out high into the neutral zone. Kraken pick it up in their own zone. They'll dump it from center into the Canucks zone. Besser plays it over for Marcus Pettersson. Ooh, and then Bluger blows a tire and gets the pass over for Besser anyways. Puck into the middle by Douglas. Douglas coming in, backhander to the front of the net, and Vilander almost with a chance to put it right in. And then Douglas runs over Grubauer. Canucks control. Vilander spins away from a check. Kraken trying to double team him in the corner. Besser gets in there to help out, but Ben Myers will skate it out. Passes across for Winterton. Winterton puts it to the front of the net. Tolopilo with an awkward save, but does it either way, and the puck will skip towards him with 2:18 left to go here in this second period of play. I wouldn't bring Torts back. I wouldn't bring Torts back, Shannon. He was the coach that tried to fight Calgary's coach. Yeah. But I know that will not happen, so please let Manny coach. Yes, please let Manny coach. Who knows, Shannon? Come on. What about Carson Duggan as coach? Who's Carson Duggan, Coach Rob? Hopefully we lose today. Then I can be good at Siege X again. I was so trashed the last few games because we won. Laugh out loud. So you're telling me that if you win in Castle Siege, the Canucks lose? So it's your fault? It's your fault for being too good at Castle Siege? Is this what you're telling me? Swear or Calvin 99 Charlie? WTF, my dude. Wait, did Lankinen come into the game? No, he didn't. What about Hacksaw Jim Duggan? I know that, fangirl, but he is a tough coach and doesn't put up with crap. True, Shannon. Donnie Bluebone, are you nervous, Russ? Or better question, how nervous are you? I mean, look at me. I'm not nervous. You can't even tell. That's the real reason I'm wearing this bag on my head. How did you know that is what people call my dad in Edmonton, Alberta, Swervin' Irvin? Gombeen. It's pre-recorded, Donnie. My dad in Edmonton, people call him Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I like the idea of getting a young coach with a rebuild, someone who already knows a lot of the players. And who could that be, Ryan? Manny Malhotra? Fangirl. Oops, laugh out loud. Curtis. Taylor Betts. That would be Manny, Ryan, says Taylor Betts. How nervous were you, Russ? Laugh my ass off. Extremely nervous. Very, very nervous. But Trevor Linden has a way of putting you at ease. Trevor Linden, people, coming soon! Play is underway. Canucks win the draw, move it out to center. Puck chopped into the Kraken zone. Bluger gets taken out behind the net as Alexiak takes him down. Kraken move it up the boards, far side. They'll flip it into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck. Hronek does well to play to the side for EP25. But Kraken will come in and Eberle will dig the puck out. DeBrusk almost won a puck battle on the boards, which we haven't seen him do much this year. Kraken keep it in. Alexiak throws it toward the middle, but that gets intercepted by Carlson. Bluger over the line. Looks like we might have some line juggling here. Bluger with a chop to the front of the net on the rebound from the Hronek shot. 1:27 left to go. Canucks up to 27 shots here. After I smack talked Grubauer, he's got 26 saves on 27 shots. Canucks. Drew O'Connor does well to knock the puck away from his man. Tries to put it in the middle, but that gets intercepted, and Beniers will flip it out to the neutral zone. Hronek picks it up, puts it back up, and Drew O'Connor puts it down for Kane. Kane puts it in front for EP40. EP40 back to the blue line for Vilander, who throws it towards the front of that. That one's blocked, and the Kraken will flip it out to the neutral zone and into the Canucks side of their blue line. Now Kane tries to make a pass through a crowd, but that one gets taken away by the Kraken. 45 seconds left to go here in this period. Just do it. Evander Kane knocks down a puck, plays it off the glass, skates in, past Larson to get it, but he is double teamed. 28 seconds left to go. Larson plays it behind his own net, and Vince Dunn will play it up out to center. Kraken played back to their own blue line and start out. Stevenson plays it back. Shot to the front of the net, blockered away by Tolopilo. And the puck is free into the Kraken zone. Last chance here. Oh, and a good defensive play there as Vince Dunn came back and blocked the pass by Ogren. And just like that, it's the end of the period. So we're going to hop right into it, guys. I'm not going to keep you waiting at all. As everyone is saying in chat here, it is time for the biggest interview in the history of this channel, and that is my interview with Trevor Linden. Enjoy. Today's guests helped the Medicine Hat Tigers win back-to-back Memorial Cups, including scoring 2 goals in the championship game, the first time they won the cup. In 19 seasons spent in the NHL, he played 1,382 regular season games, collecting 867 points, and competed in 124 playoff games, accumulating 99 points. One little known stat is that he's tied with Wayne Gretzky for 4th most points all time in Game 7s with 12 points in 9 games. Oh, and he's 9th all time in shootout percentages with a 58.3% success rate. He was captain of the Canucks for 7 seasons, and his number 16 is retired into the rafters. As well, he received the Order of BC and the Order of Canada, 2 of the highest honors a civilian can accept. Now he spends his time involved with Club 16, a very successful chain of fitness clubs, helping British Columbians create their best selves. So thank you so much, Trevor Linden, for joining the show today.
That's an awesome intro. You know what? I love the stat about the shootouts. That was, 58%.
Yep.
I think Alain Vigneault actually put me in by accident one time and I scored. Like, I think he messed up and said, "Oh my God, I got Linden out there and he's too old to do this." And yeah, so then that's when that started. Then I was kind of got on a roll there a little bit. So
that's fair. Whenever we bring people onto the show, we always like to find out a little bit about their own hockey fandom. So the first always question is, what was your favorite hockey team as you were growing up?
yeah, I mean, I grew up in Medicine Hat, Alberta in the 70s. So think back to then. There was no Calgary Flames. There's no Edmonton Oilers in Alberta. It was either you had the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Montreal Canadiens, or you had the Vancouver Canucks, who just got to Vancouver in 1970, of course. So for me, my dream, my love was the Medicine Hat Tigers. I mean, because that was real for me. That was like, hey, I'd go to the arena and watch them play, and I was like, wow, these guys are real. Whereas, the NHL for me was a TV show on Saturday night. Really, it was a and so I always wanted to be a Medicine Hat Tiger.
That's true. Yeah. Did you have a favorite player on the team?
Yeah, I mean, so Lanny McDonald played in Medicine Hat before I can remember, actually, in 1972. They went to the Memorial Cup in 1972. So, and of course, Lanny was a Maple Leaf, and then a Colorado, and then he came to Calgary in 81, I think. So Lanny was, I always loved Lanny McDonald because he was a Medicine Hat Tiger who also graduated and went into the National Hockey League, of course. So he was my favorite player. And, it's interesting. And then obviously they beat us in the 89 playoffs in Game 7, double overtime. They went on to win the Stanley Cup, the Calgary Flames, but that was Lanny's last year, and that was my first year. So interesting little footnote there. I saw Lanny just last summer, and he is, an amazing guy. And the reason why I liked Lanny McDonald was not only because he's from Medicine Hat, was a Medicine Hat Tiger, but my dad said this, and my dad was not a hockey fan, not a sports fan, but he liked Lanny McDonald as well. And he said this to me at a very young age. He said, Trev, he says, Lanny McDonald is a great hockey player, but he's also a really good person. And, he's an awesome, he does as much off the ice as he does on this. So I always remembered that.
That's good. This doesn't necessarily have to be from when you were young, but just in general, as a hockey fan, do you have like a moment as a hockey fan that you really remember?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember going to the arena, the Medicine Hat Arena, and I remember watching the Medicine Hat Tigers. Kelly Rudy was in net, and they were playing against the Billings Bighorns, I believe, and Andy Moog was in the other net, and it was a playoff game, and Stevie Chajura scored in overtime. I think I was 9 years old, but it was like that was my fandom right there. So
it's funny. My grandma on my mom's side was somebody who knew Andy Moog. So yeah.
It's weird because you're a kid, like, I was a kid, it's crazy how things are connected. So, as a kid, I loved Kelly Rudy. Who did I score my first goal against, Russ?
What?
Kelly Rudy of the Vancouver Canucks are in Long Island. October of 1988, and I scored my first goal against none other than Kelly Rudy. So yeah,
That's
all
great.
crazy how things are connected.
So this one's kind of a fun one too. And usually if I have somebody on who's like a sports commentator or something like that, I ask like, who's a rival player from another team that you always wanted to see play for the Canucks? Do you have like a hated rival team player that you always secretly would have rather had on the team?
Yeah, well, I mean, I like someone I didn't like, but I kind of didn't like him on the other team, but I wanted him on my team. Yeah, I mean, probably, back in the day, probably a guy like Theoren Fleury, you know what I mean? Like back in his Calgary days, because Calgary Vancouver rivalry stuff, and he was, he was just guy you just love to hate, but if he's on your team, you're kind of you're loving him, right? So
yeah, we've seen a few of those in Canuck uniforms over the years.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have like a welcome to the NHL moment? Because a lot of guys talk about, oh, I had a face-off against Sidney Crosby, or I got body checked by Chris Pronger. What was your like welcome to the NHL moment?
Absolutely. I was first game playing in the LA Kings, and I'm out there against Wayne Gretzky, right? Because Gretzky, so the year I was drafted, 1988, June, Gretzky was traded August 9th of that summer to LA. So his first year in LA was my first year in Vancouver. So, and of course, being an Alberta boy, once the Flames got there, or the Oilers and Flames got there, I watched a lot of Alberta hockey, and of course, Wayne Gretzky in the 80s was crushing things. So we're playing the Kings, and Gretzky's over there talking to the referee, and I'm a rookie, I don't know. So I'm like, oh damn, man, that's Wayne Gretzky. I'm gonna go over and see what he's saying, So they're having this heated conversation, the referee and Gretzky, and I think it was Ron Hogarth maybe, and so I kind of skate up and pop my nose in there, and they both look at me and they're like, Wayne's like, what the hell are you doing here? Get out of here. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, okay. So I skated away. So that was my welcome to the NHL. Don't put your nose where it shouldn't be moment. So
yeah, ended up playing with him in '98 for the Canadian Olympic team in Nagano.
Yeah, played with him in '96 as well at the World Cup.
Yep.
In '98, the Olympics. So a couple times.
Yeah. It's interesting how you go from kind of looking up to these guys, and then suddenly you're playing on a team with them. That's probably got to be a weird experience.
Yeah.
So one thing I love about hockey, and I think it's something that's so unique to the sport, is the hockey handshake after a playoff series is over. So you can have the most heated, mean, bloody series, and then after it's all over, you guys get together at center ice and shake it, showing respect for each other. So another example, I think, which is really funny for me, was the '95 Stanley Cup playoffs versus St. Louis. And I'm sure you've been asked about this so many times, but obviously you put Jeff Norton right through the glass, right? So I looked up an interview with Jeff Norton, and in the interview, he said two things that stood out for me. It was classic Trevor Linden finishing his play with a big hit. And then he also said, I thank him for trying to get me out of the crowd. What were you thinking in that moment as you're trying to like pull this guy who you just put through the glass out of the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, just playing the game, and he just made a pass, and I rode him into the glass, and which is just normal. And I was not expecting him to go through the glass, and I kind of didn't know what was happening, but I did, I got from there to, holy shit, he's sitting on top of people. There are glass shards everywhere, and he is sitting in the front row on these people. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to kind of like, I'm worried about the people, and I'm worried about him because there's glass everywhere. So so it's amazing how the brain flips over, from I'm going to put this through the guy through the glass to, oh, I actually did put him through the glass, and I didn't mean to do that. So yeah,
it's such a video game moment. But I mean, that's why I bring up the handshake thing, because it's like what happens on the ice stays on the ice, and as soon as it left the ice surface, you're like, okay, let's get this guy back out.
Yeah, and just one thing about that handshake thing is that it's true. Like it's amazing, because I think in hockey, especially, you think about like no other sport, 7 games, you're at war. Like it is nasty. Like you are, and it is like, you're talking about a 2-week battle where you are going at it every single night. And it's nasty. I mean, and it's war. And then the heartbreak of whether it's a game 7 or a game 6 and it happens in overtime, like, and then you line up at center ice and you shake hands. I mean, it is a symbol I think hockey players are proud of, because they can play their asses off but also, win like thrill of victory and agony of defeat, man. You got to accept them both.
Mm-hmm. So another clip that was actually making its rounds on social media recently. It was from a game back in it was January 15th, 1998. It was Canucks versus Buffalo Sabres, the expansion cousins team. 2 goalies get run over, right? And the big pile up in front of Sean Burke, and you get pulled out of the crowd by Rob Ray, right?
Yes.
So I timed it. You were grappling with Rob Ray for 1.5 minutes. So the question is, what's more exhausting and intimidating, tussling with Rob Ray or wrestling with cattle on branding day?
Yeah, right. Why? And question: why was that trending? Like, was it just the date, or why was that circulating?
Yeah,
just
it was this day in Canucks history, sort of.
Okay. Because you see all these things, like because the Olympics, the Czech goal was going around. I knew that was connected to the Canada Czech game in the Olympics, right? Yeah. So, but without question, more tiring grappling with Rob Ray for 1.5 minutes, trying not to get your ass kicked is definitely because when you're branding and you're grabbing steers or cows out of the pile, they're not trying to kick your ass, right? But this Rob was. So
so
not a good spot to be in.
No, I mean, you can in the clip, right? You can see your teammates are just trying to get over to help out in the situation. Years ago, I had the pleasure, I actually got to interview a bunch of your teammates, and one of them being Matthias Oland. And I know he was a longtime roommate of yours on the road. I asked him the same kind of question, like, what made you guys such good roommates? Like, why was it such a good fit for you guys?
You know what? Matthias is just like, so funny story about that. So in 2004, when we did the new CBA, it allowed older players to get their own room. Mm-hmm. So I qualified for that. I was, and Matthias hadn't yet. So after the lockout, it was like, yeah, I can get my own room, but I don't want my own room, man. I like rooming with Matthias. So cut to, I think the year after, Matthias got his status where he could get his own room. And I'm like, dude, you're not going to leave me, are you? And so, but that was my last season. So he said, you know what, I will stick with you for this year, because he kind of knew I was going to retire. It'd be my last year. So we roomed that last year. Then he went and got his own room. But just, you know what, that was back in the days. I mean, today's player would be like, what? You guys had roommates? Why would you do that? But it's just the way we did it, right? And, I loved, road trips are always better, like hanging out, just watching highlights and, I just like the connection. And, I would have bet now that situation happens rarely.
Yeah. Another question I had for you was, it's not uncommon for like franchise players to get traded. So you're looking at like a Ginla getting traded to Pittsburgh, or Ray Bourque getting traded to the Avs. Obviously you got traded a little bit earlier, and I mean, I can speak for Canucks fans. We weren't happy about the whole situation. But one thing that I find interesting is it brought in Todd Bertuzzi, it brought in Brian McCabe, and it brought in a 3rd round pick that turned into Jarkko Ruutu. So you come back, you get traded back to the team, which, one of the best days for Canucks fans everywhere. But the resulting players that you got traded for are still a big, and then even more interesting is Brian McCabe essentially is a big part of the reason that Sedin twins were able to be traded 2nd and 3rd overall. So you get back to the team. What was that kind of like for you coming back to a team for these guys that are essentially there, that are the, the core of one of the, the new start of this Canucks team? What was that like for you?
So this is what I say. I mean, the trade, when I got traded to New York Islanders in 98, that was the biggest blessing that ever happened to me. And, because like, especially looking back, because the team was in disarray. It was a mess, and it was a mess at the top, and so of course Brian Burke came in, I think 2 years after that. And then I actually got to come back. So I missed the crap, you know what I mean? Those terrible years in the late 90s. And then I came back in 01 when, Brian was here, Tambellini was here, Dave Nonis. I mean, great coaching staff with, Mark Crawford, Mike Johnston, Jack McElhardy. So, and they had a good young team. So I was like, and I had a real, I was an older player coming back to a young team, and it was just it was the right place for me at the right time. So I was really, really lucky. So, I mean, it's just, serendipitous how things work, but sometimes they just work out for the right reasons. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll never forget walking into that dressing room, a team that I played with for 10 years, and I've just felt like such an outsider because in the 3.5 years I was gone, as you say, I mean, so many people had changed. I did not know this group, Eddie Jovanovski. I knew Matthias, I knew Marcus, but that seemed like a lifetime ago, right? And of course, Todd was there. McCabe had been traded already. The Twins were there. So it was really, I felt like my first day of school at a new school, man. It was hard. And having said that, I'll never forget after my first game in Minnesota, I was like, this is going to be a good fit. Like, as nervous as I was before the game, I knew it was going to be the right thing.
That's good. So normally at this time in the interview, I like to throw the floor over to the interviewee to kind of give a shout out to my chat, who is everyone who always watches the stream as we do it. But this week, one of our very lovely viewers named Shannon, she's a big supporter of Canucks YouTube channels across the board. Unfortunately, she's been in the hospital this week, so I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to ask you if you could give her some kind words to give her some encouragement to get her feeling better.
Shannon, I know you're going through a little bump in the road right now, but I just want to say we're all thinking of you, and obviously I've seen so many people beat this thing, and you're going to do it. You're going to crush it. So we're thinking of you. We love you, and all the best in your recovery.
That's awesome, Trevor. My co-host, who's on the show with me a lot of the time, he wanted me to say this to you, and it's thank you from all Canucks fans for everything you've done for the team over the years and for setting the standard and that being the definition of culture and class. So we really appreciate everything that you've done for us, and I really appreciate you taking the time today to chat with me. It's huge for the channel and huge for me because obviously I'm a big fan, and you've done a lot of good things for this team. So we appreciate it.
Russ, let me say, I honestly, it's been 18 years since I played my last game, and 38 years since I was drafted. I mean, that day I was drafted in Montreal, I mean, I had no idea how lucky I was going to be just coming to Vancouver. I mean, my whole life is because I came here. And so I got to pinch myself for, the good fortune I had, being able to have a 20-year professional hockey career and 14 of them in Vancouver. So it's been pretty awesome. So thanks for having me on. And that was a fun chat.
Is that crazy, guys? Can you believe it? Trevor freaking Linden said shit on my stream. Can you believe it? Swear jar for Trevor Linden. Dustin Boydell showing up, dropping $6.99 in the chat. Third period's about to get underway here. Puck is about to be dropped. Play is underway. Trevor freaking Linden, guys. What a goat, right? The GOAT. Trevor Linden, live. Wow. It was an interview that I did on Wednesday. Yes, it was pre-recorded. Crazy, right? Let's quickly go back. Wait, I can show it like this. Here we go. So Dustin Boydell with the $6.99. So Dustin paid the fee for Trevor Linden to swear jar. Now there's a partial break for the Kraken. Everly throws it right through the slot. That one bounces off a skate all the way down the ice. So $6.99 coming in from Paragolfer Pro, just paying Trevor swear jar, winky face. So we'll give that one a heart and a thumbs up. And then earlier on, $2 dono from the real Eric Hunter. This effing rocks. Thanks, dude. You're very welcome, Eric Hunter. The pleasure is all mine, dude. I got to interview my childhood hero, which is pretty crazy. Mad respect to you, Russ, for making Shannon's day. Yeah, I hope that helps Shannon. Shannon did message me today, and she told me that there's a good chance she might be able to get out of the hospital and get back to the old homestead hopefully by Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, with having Trevor Linden on, like I said to him, normally we would have a call out for you guys here in chat, but I thought since we had Trevor Linden, the GOAT, who's one of Shannon's favorite player, we'd give Shannon a shout out. And I think you guys can all agree that was the right choice. So yes, big, huge thank you over for Trevor Linden for taking the time out. He is a very busy man. He's got lots of people who demand his time, and he decided he decided to join me. So that is crazy. Line change. This was awesome, brother. Thank you very much, line change. Great interview, Russ. Beautiful interview. I'm crying, says Swervin. Don't cry, Swervin. It'll be all right. Yeah, Trevor Linden's the effing GOAT. Oh, it's that time too, isn't it? So you guys got to see Trevor Linden on the screen. Now you get to see Dobby on screen. Dobby, come here. Come over here. Yeah. Wait, stop. There it is. Dobby getting his dinner live on the stream. Face off at center. I will start the clock when it gets to the appropriate time. Oh yes, Dobby, you're so cute. Kraken take control in the offensive zone. Sassone picks it up. Starts out. Pass across the slot for Boom. Boom gets poke checked. Now Douglas banks the puck to the sideboard. Skates back to the blue line. Backhands it down low. Comes around for Ratu. Dobby finishes his dinner. Puck back to Hronik on the blue line. He'll fire it towards the net. Oh, yes. What a sweet little monkey, huh? I'm sure Trevor Linden would have loved to have met you. He loves dogs. He does, huh? Oh, my goodness, Dobby, huh? Oh, you know what? I'm feeling generous, so why not? A little bit of this for the Dobberton. Oh, yes, you are a very sweet boy, huh? Dobby's like, just let me stick my face right in the bed, Dad. Why not? I'll give Dobby one of these. The Canucks have scored 1 goal, so why not give Dobby one treat for it, huh? Oh, he burped. He burped while eating his treat. Little deviant. Oh, yes. Okay, Dobby. Look at you. You're so cute. Hmm? You're the cutest boy in the whole world. Aren't you? Hmm? Yeah, Dobby the Doge. Oh, yes. What a sweet one. Oh, we'll give you a big Dobby close-up, huh? Dobby? Where's Mom? All right, there you go, buddy. Go get some water. You little monkey. All right, I'm gonna close the bar door too, so we don't disturb Crystal. Oh yeah, Dobby the Doge getting the dinner. Linden is the biggest beauty ever to lace him up. Let me fucking tell you. The GOAT. Oh. Take, baby, take. As the bag goes back on the head. Once again, distracted at the start of the period. And the Vancouver Canucks have gone down by 3 goals now. Z Booyam with a pass up. Canucks put it in the middle. Booyam can't get the shot off, but gets the skate on it. Then loses the puck. Comes back, and Jordan Eberle slides it right through Carlson. Backdoor play over across to the far side. And Bobby McMahon gets his 2nd goal as a member of the Seattle Kraken. And on this night where we get the GOAT Trevor Linden on, the Vancouver Canucks, poop the bed. And maybe we got to think about bringing in Trevor Linden to play for this team again. History has been made. Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden. That, people, is what class looks like. Dobby probably hungry. It's almost dinner time. Yeah, fangirl knew. Good job, says Coach Rob. Thank you. Connor, hi. That was the score of the game. Good job, says Lefty. Thank you. Awesome interview, Russ. Thank you, HMS Fangirl. And then Swerve and Irvin says, it's 22-98. Robo Linden eradicates Long Island to avenge his 82 Canucks and the fact that he was traded there in 1998. Rossi at the blue line, dishes to the side, tries to get a return pass, but he gets checked there. Ogren plays it down behind the net for Pastor. He puts it back up for Ogren. Ogren spins off the boards. Thought about playing it back to the blue line, but gets knocked down there by the Kraken. And then Everly ices the puck. He's trying to celebrate a victory that they haven't even gotten yet. If anyone is into baseball, Japan is about to be eliminated in round one. What? Haven't they won this baseball classic like multiple times? Ah. They're losing to Venezuela right now, eh? Look at that. Down 8-5. They got to score 3 runs here to stay in this game. And did Italy win? Yeah, Italy won. Oh my gosh. Italy beat Puerto Rico. That's crazy. All right, back to the bar. Yes, the World Baseball Classic. Canada lost to the USA yesterday, which is sad. Go, Berta, go, Johnny Redbone. I'm a Calgary guy too. Did you know that? Having goosebumps for you, dude. Legend. Thank you. Linden swear jar, eh? Yep. Let's count the swears. Linden said damn and ass twice, and he said the S word too. He said shit. So swear jars. Get well soon, Shannon. Strength to you and to you, Coach Rob. Russ, you should have told Trevor about the swear jar and said you have to donate to Dobby's college education fund. Laugh out loud. I tried to keep it as normal of an environment for him to be part of this interview. I didn't wear a bag on my head. DPD not back for the third period. Thumbs down. Yeah, not great. The Canucks playing with 5 defense. Tor, your childhood hero is my adult hero. Yeah, he's my childhood and adult hero. Shannon, hi! Shannon deserved that. Johnny Redbone with that unhappy face. As classy as he is, handsome, great interview, sir. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you. Speechless is Donnie Bluebone. Cascade and Trevor Linden will be on after hours on Hockey Night in Canada. Yeah, he let me know that day when we were recording it that he will be on after hours tonight, which is kind of funny too. So I get him before hours, and then CBC gets him after hours. No DPD, says Johnny Redbone, and then Fangirl's like Dobby. And then Johnny Redbone's like, hey Dobby, and then Fangirl's like, hey there, Dobberton. There's the Dobberton. Coach probably Dobby. And then Callum's like biting his nails. And he's wiping away a single tear. Game over. Waving. And you think he screamed too. Kraken take the puck in their own zone. Kane comes in and gives a little bump to Grubauer. Dobby. Ryan is just like Dobby. And then Cascade Wayne's like Dobby and Trevor Linden. And then Callum's like Dobby. And for Callum, Dobby. Okay, EP40 stops up on the half boards. Spins the puck down low. Gets intercepted by the Kraken, and they'll pass out to center. EP40 reads that one well, intercepts it. And then looks like Marcus Betterson puts it over for EP40. EP40 falls, and they're going to call that a penalty. So EP40 draws a penalty as the Kraken take down Pettersson at the knees. Unfortunate for the Kraken. As the Canucks will go to the power play here. We'll update the clock. There it is. 2 minutes for tripping on Ryan Lindgren. Lindgren taking down EP40. So the Canucks will get another chance to score on the power play. Maybe get this game a little bit closer. Calvin, 99 Charlie's like, W. And then Johnny Redbone's like, my boy's on vacation with his mom. Life is not the same. I miss him. Aw, Johnny Redbone. Such a good dad. Daniel, what a duo. What a Lord duo. Russell and Linden. Oh, no. Linden's the GOAT, man. But I appreciate it, Daniel. Nice to see you. Cadet's like, Dobby. And then Johnny Redbone like, it's only been 12 hours. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'll feel the same way once my baby's here. Dobby. And then Calum's like, Dobberton. And then Cadet is like, 2 legends in one night. Crystal's lucky to have you, Russ. ESP especially during the pregnancy. Without you, she'd have to deal with Dobby alone. Yeah. She was telling me that she was reading about something called pregnancy pet rage. So I think it's probably good that Dobby has me while Crystal's pregnant. Uh-oh. She might come into the office now and smack me. I mean the bar. Dobby, hi! And Coach Rob's like, oh. And then Duncan's like, shout out Dobby. Sweet identity. Patty's like, Dobby! And then Calum's like, boo! And then Fangirl's like, seriously, not while Dobby's on stream. I know, right? Unbelievable. Boo, says Callum. Be right back, friends. See you in a minute, Patty. Jay says they used corgis to hunt marmots in Venezuela. Huh. Yeah, I there's a lot of different of the small dogs, right, Jay, that they use to hunt like different like rats and stuff like that. Boo, says Canoris. Things have gotten uglier on the score sheet for Canucks thanks to a goal by Bobby McMahon. Sorry, says Duncan. Calvin 99 Charlie, only time I checked, but when I did, we peaked at 88. Not sure if it got higher, but let's go! Canucks cannot win the faceoff. Kraken will clear the puck all the way down the ice. Canucks are 0 for 1 on the power play. They have not gotten a single shot on their power play yet tonight. They're going to try and change that trend. Veronic puts it over for Besser. Besser back to the blue line. Petey drops it for Besser. Skates into the faceoff circle. Takes a shot. Blocker saved by Grubauer, and the puck gets chopped up. Besser gets a stick on it, plays it in the middle, but the Kraken will move it out. Take a wrist shot towards Tolopilo, who drops it for Pedersen, the EP40 variety, who drops the puck. And then Vilander dishes to the side for Rossi, who puts it over for Vilander, back for Rossi, back for Petey. Petey shoots it towards the front of the net, deflects off his skate and wide. Veronic plays it down the boards for Besser, who puts it down for DeBrusque. DeBrusque plays it behind the net. Pedersen gets hit from behind into the boards and loses the puck. And Kraken will clear it all the way down the ice. 4-1 Kraken. Dobby totally did not curse us. Canucks roll tank! Sir Dobbiton from Dogtown? Yep. For some reason, that figure skater is in my head right now. Tank, 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 tank. Kane controls. Puts it down low. Puck gets chopped away from Carlson. Kane picks it up. Back to the line for Booyam. Kane gets it back on the half boards. Fires it towards the front of the net, and Kane scores! His second goal of the game on the power play! That is in the net. I'm saying it's a goal. It's a goal. The referee waved it off. What are you talking about? That was in the net. Oh no, it didn't go in. I'm wrong. It went off the post and back out. Oh my God, the referee was right. It hit the post and the crossbar. Oh, Grubauer got a piece of it with his arm. It went off the post, off the crossbar, directly down, and then bounced into Grubauer's pads. Oh my God, it doesn't even count as a shot. Oh, I thought the Canucks scored. I got faked out. Tank. Paragraph Pro, more sublime defense. Laugh out loud. Holy moly. Tank. Duncan has a crush, eh? Says Tillo. Johnny Redbone, how did you get so far ahead? Laugh out loud. Oh, Carlson in front tries to chip it on it. Grubauer knocks it away. Larson plays it up the boards. Canucks pinch down, but can't get to the puck. And the Kraken will play it deep into the Canucks zone, and that'll do it for the power play. Canucks go 0 for 2 now on the power play. Did they register a shot in that power play? Oh my God! No, Tank, baby, Tank! Why am I a Canucks fan? Why? The post and the crossbar, and then the Kraken come back immediately after the power play and put it past Telepilu to make it 5-1 with 10:02 left to go. Marcus Pettersson has the puck go right through him. Beniers is not being properly watched by Ogren. Like, what is this? Why does Marcus Pettersson chase the puck behind the net? It leaves Beniers wide open. Meavid says, terrific interview, Russ. Great job. Thank you very much. The Canucks are a bunch of trash pandas. Oh my God. Oh, Douglas wins a draw. Very cool. Shannon, Brian. Tor wants to give Linden a foot massage. I want to give Linden a foot massage. Jay gives out head on East Hastings. What? I keep getting Florida Panthers ads. I'm a Tampa Bay fan. Kiwi 21, yes. YM. Another Tom Ferrulli loss incoming. Oh my God. Tolopilo makes an easy save and hangs on to it. I want to double check this. Matty Beniers scores. So they did get. Oh, so they got one shot on the power play. Because they got one shot on the power play, right? The power penalty started at 12:31. No. Oh, so it does count out as a shot on goal because it hit. So they got two technically. Okay, have a look. So they got the shot on goal by Besser, and they got a shot on goal from Evander Kane. So even though it hit the post, it still hit Grubauer in front. So they did get two shots on that power play. Oh my God. That's insane, man. Russ, can you have Kirk McLean on the show? I hope so. Thumbs up. Tillo is dating Dirty Mike and drives a red Prius. Jay is laughing. I listened to this on my cell phone beside me as I am in a lot of pain going to have to sign off. I'm sorry, Shannon. I hope you feel better soon. Get well soon, Shannon, says Gary. Getting checked over by my nurses. Wait, what? Corgis for marmots? Laugh my fucking ass off. What the fuck? James C. Kirk, W! Need an Estetican in this draft. Be ready for not a lot of sleep once baby arrives. So, woo! We're at 2,300. Whoever just subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate you getting us up to that nice, clean 2,300 here on Nothing is Perfect. Once the baby arrives, so sleep while you can. And those robot dolls they give high schoolers that cry probably don't do a real baby justice. They can't poop like real ones. Rossi, please, I need a Rossi point, says Kiwi. Click check to support the broadcast. Yep. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to Nothing is Perfect and help put my dog through college education and my new baby. Just poked myself in the eye. Ah! That's what it's like watching Canucks hockey. Ah! So close. Oh, it's back down to 2,300. I bet it was swerving. We need Esa Tikkanen helmets again. Fishing for memberships. Wink. Off the post. Yep. Derek Thompson laughing and crying. Called back. Another goal from Dusty's favorite player. No goal. And then Callum's just like out here making all these weird faces. And Dusty just breathed a huge sigh of relief. Kraken dumped the puck into the Canucks zone. Wow, 4-1 now. Kane, no goal, says James C. Kirk. Still 4-1, yeah. And now it's 5-1. Makes me feel bad for Meredith Goodrow. Oh, wow, guys, look, we got up to 2,300. Can you believe it? I never saw that coming this game. I'm just waiting for somebody else to knock it down to 22.99 again. Meredith Goodrow losing her husband early into pregnancy, then having to go through pregnancy and birth alone. Yeah, just absolutely heartbreaking fangirl. I can't even imagine. I hope she's got a lot of people in her life to support her, and I believe she does. Hopeless is KJ. Kayla's like, tank, tank. I almost forgot Esa Tikkanen played for the Canucks. Callum's like, boo. And KJ Briggs is like, wow. And then Swerve and Irvin's like, and then Kanora's like, boo. And then KJ Briggs is like, tank. And then Connie's like, tank, 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 tank. Best season ever, says Thomas. Derek Thomas. The snow line is low in Chilliwack. It's dusting Dusty's eaves. Puck goes over the glass. Oh, looks like the Canucks put it over the glass. Oh, is it to Tolopilo? Tolopilo put the puck over the glass. Now the Kraken get a power play because Tolopilo put the puck over the glass. So here we go. Kraken get their third power play of the game. They're 1 for 2 so far. This is awful. Connor Cahill. I have every confidence both her and her family and Johnny and family and Johnny's were there for her during those times. It's Connor Cahill. Yeah, I agree. All right. Power play is underway. I just saw it go back down to 22.99 and then back up to 2,300. F. We suck so bad. This is just incredible. W, says James T. Kirk. Tank, baby, tank, says Callum. Family. There's no way I should be winning right now, but I am by 9 points. Laugh out loud. Kane under review and no soup. Pure unadulterated shite. Pure Russ forever keeping that mask on. Yep. I got to take it off for like a minute today. The unethical tanking is back. Yep. Kiwi, you're right. That's a very good way to describe this. Shot blocked in front. Puck ends up in the near side corner. Seattle plays it back to the blue line. Beniers plays it across to the far side. Chandler Stevenson plays it down low for Rebel. Back for Chandler Stevenson. The puck bounces over his stick and comes out of center ice. So the Kraken will have to recover the puck deep in their own zone. Stevenson plays it across to the far side. I don't know why I started doing it like that. I think I just don't want to call the game, you know? Will they ever fire foot, please? Will they just fire foot, please? I hope so. I really, truly hope they fire foot at the end of the season. At least we got Trevor Linden to be proud of. Yes, exactly. At least we got to see Trevor Linden on Nothing is Perfect tonight, which is still crazy. Beniers scores again. The Kraken now up 5-1. Talk about an ugly game defensively played by the Canucks and the Kraken. Oh, 22 seconds left to go on the power play. Tolopilo with a glove save. 5:51 left to go in this atrocity of a game. I'm so glad I was there on Thursday, not tonight. Literally, that figure skater with the crazy hair. Another assist by Tolopilo. Get him the F out of there. That's what I'm talking about. Send him back to Abby now. We don't really have anyone else to call up. That's the problem. Foot lacks the system lack of system is evident, much less a solid winning plan. Jay, my uncle had a corgi mixed with a Tibetan Mastiff, and we used to protect our ostrich herd. That's crazy, Jay. What the heck did that thing look like? Was it like the color of a Mastiff or was it the color of a corgi? Kayla, do you have season tickets? Left all around. Second assist in 2 games for Tolvanen. Oh my God, you've written it wrong and now I can't say it properly. Tolvanen. Jay, putting the trash panda in the chat for me. You'll love to see it. Thank you, Jay. Oh, Kraken almost with a break. Puck into the slot. Oh, now the Canucks just took another penalty, so the Kraken will pull their goalie. Puck gets touched by Drew O'Connor. The Kraken will go to another power play. With 4:47 left to go here in the third period of play. Apparently, I didn't start the clock. Oh my goodness. We'll reset this clock here because I didn't take it off. Real Eric Hunter doing the wave. 4:57 left to go. There we go. Sorry, but Marcus Pettersson is finished. It's time to get rid of him. Absolute tosh performance from him all season. Connor, I agree with you and I disagree with you. The best example here, I might even be able to pull this up. All right. So look at this. Here is Marcus Pettersson, right? So let's pause it. Oh, I didn't pause it in time. This is hard to do with this damn mask on. So the puck goes behind the net. Tolopilo gives the puck away. Now watch this. Marcus Pettersson is in the exact position he should be, right? He's in front of the net. And this is where it goes wrong. Rather than just staying here, he should have just stayed in front of the net. He chases the man behind the net, and the pass comes out front to Beniers, who jams it past Tolopilo. What the system should be is that Marcus Pettersson stays in front of the net and blocks out any man who comes to the front of the net. But instead, he is coached that he should do what he just did. So yes, I haven't been happy with his performance this year, but part of me is starting to think that the only reason that he is playing as badly as he is because of the system. Connie Law, just turtles. Febreze does wonders. Tank, baby, tank! Again, yep. Oh my God, you wrote it wrong again. Tolvanen. The bus is... Oh, Tolopilo, that's what you're trying... Oh, you're trying to say Tolosivo. Oh, that's what it is. I couldn't read what the hell you were trying to say. Canucks win the draw. They'll put the puck down the ice. The one category they're winning in tonight is the faceoffs. Play like shit in any of those amazing jerseys. Yep, they're playing like shit in the Black Skate. Shot to the front of the net. Blockered away by Tolosivo. Connie, LH. Ever since we signed many of the players to good contracts, they absolutely go totally shit. Swear jar. Canucks shorthanded. Marcus Pettersson puts the puck in front. Bluger can't get a stick on it. Now the puck comes back to Ruutu. He fans on his shot. He recovers it. He puts it down low. That one's blocked. And the Kraken will cover the puck as Kako picks it up and starts out past the side for Tolvanen. He'll dump it deep. Puck comes around behind the net. Veronic plays it up the boards. Kraken are changing, so the Canucks will get it all the way down the ice with a minute left to go on the power play. 4 minutes left to go in the game. That's your last game for a while, Tolosivo. Hope you play better in Abbotsford. MPD should have been traded. Foote was an elite defenseman, and when he was coaching defense, he was good. He just isn't have what's needed for the head coach position. Correct. Because the defensive system they were running when Tocchet was here wasn't Adam Foote's system, which is crazy. Tocchet, yeah, Vilander getting a stick into Winterton's hands, and that's why it's a penalty. He was running Tocchet's defensive system. And then as soon as Tocchet left, Foot's like, let's change it up and go from a zone defense and start playing a man-on-man. What could go wrong? And then this is what could go wrong. Right here, you see this? This is the example of what could go wrong. 35 seconds left to go in the third period. Bluger can't win the draw. Kraken back to the blue line, dishing to the side. Skating in the face-off circle, down low, back up to the face-off dot. Back to the blue line. Evans puts it down low. Back to the blue line. Now Evan gets it again on the near side. He puts it to the middle for Jared McCann. Puts it to the far side. Now the puck goes down low. Everly tries to play it up front. Knocked away by Zeev Buium, and the Canucks will chip the puck down the ice. And that should theoretically do it here for this power play. But there's only 1 second left to go. 3 minutes left to go in the game. WTF, I was just cleaning up after dinner. Tank. It's Kraken shellacking, says Woofers McGee. We need Naslin on the show too. Oh man, I wish. Naslin's the great guy too. Ooh, Tolopila with a head save. Lefty, who do we call up? Laugh my ass off the goalie couch. Even better, we should get the Russian Rocket on too. Oh man, he's probably the last guy we'll be able to get on. He's back in Russia. He is not. He never shows up for any of the Canucks events. Marcus Pettersson plays the puck up the boards into the neutral zone. Carlson plays it in the middle. EP40 does well to take that one. Now Douglas gets it deep. 2 minutes left to go. Kraken out to center. Kane gets the puck free for Drew O'Connor, brings it in. EP40 goes towards the net. Pass was waist high, so he couldn't knock it down. Puck up the boards. Kraken start out. 3-on-2 coming in over the blue line. Good burst of speed there from Catton. And he ends up behind the net. Burst of speed right to the back of the net. Puck back to the blue line. Shot deflected away from the blue line from Montour. He puts it to the far side. Now the puck goes down low, bounces off the end boards. Mancini chops it up the boards for Kane, who starts out. Gets it over the blue line, gets it deep. Chops at his man. And now you should go off for a change, Kane. Do it. Instead, Kane will stay in the play like an absolute moron and then take his sweet ass time to get back to the bench. 1 minute left to go in the third period of play. And the Canucks come in offside after the puck skipped on the stick of Mr. Ogren and puts himself offside. If she's watching, Mrs. Paragraph will be on the Rusty and Dusty segment once another 700 subs. Let's make it happen. You and Dustin should do more play-by-play. Isildur, Kraken need this one for the playoff run. Solid club these days. After the icing call, the Kraken win the draw. They'll skate in behind the net. McMahon puts it back to the blue line. They try and pass it back to him. Tolvanen gets taken out by Vilander behind the net. Then Rossi loses the puck. Tolvanen takes it up the boards, back to the blue line. Puck down low now behind the net. Rossi intercepts it there, spins behind his net, passes to the side for Buium. Buium throws the puck out. Breakaway pass. In and shot to the 5-hole and the goaltender Gruber. Oh, and then the puck comes back out front of the Canucks score. Chaos in the zone after Ogren fails to score on the breakaway. The Canucks recover the puck inside their own zone. And Rossi, all alone in front, shoots the puck into a wide open net. And the Canucks, do they have enough time? Probably not. Oh, I just gave another goal to the Kraken instead. It is now 5-2. Rossi tries to go 5-hole. Grubauer stops it. And then the Kraken actually did it. Oh my God. The Kraken played it up from behind their own net. It was Alexiak. Puts it out front right to Rossi. That's hilarious. Oh my God. 2300. New NHL Commissioner Robo Linden implements an all-new Canuck Cup You just plain win if you are in Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks lose in the finals. Oh no, you're probably right. Rusty, you are the only Canucks content creator that keeps me sane. I hope so, Callum. I can barely keep myself sane. The game is over. Thank God. Alexiak played it off of, who was that? I gotta bring up the goal visualizer because I think that bounced off someone in front. Either way, just like that, the game is over. Beret's off the hook. Is hooked on phonics. The Canucks are tanking, although this game will go down as a rather ugly one defensively. Turning off the game is what I did seconds ago. Looking forward to watching the next Canucks game if I can. You should check Twitter. Ugh. Why should I check Twitter? What happened? Yeah, Michaela's celebrating that last goal. We have a future 60 goal scorer, Doc, on the team. I hope so. Connie's like, go, 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 go. Calum's like, go! And then Swervin's like, goal! And then Tom Violander and Mancini will fuse and become the greatest D-man of all time. Kiwi, you got your Rossi point. So you got it. Rossi goal made that game worth it. Made it 2,300 subs for us. Isn't that crazy? We had 2,301 for a second there. Rossi, I love Rossi so much. My glorious Rossi Pookie. Coach Robbie, goal. Free Willy. From Callum. La la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Jakes takes hockey, goal. Jakes takes hockey, goal. Jakes takes hockey. I hate to say it, but number 25 and number 5 are 6th and 7th D men at this point. Lefty, you hate everyone on this team, don't you? Lefty, if you're still here, what member of this team do you actually like? All right. Time to ditch the mask and get on the Silver Fox, eh? We got fucking Luke Gazdick on our screen now for some stupid reason. I hate Luke Gazdick so much. Nevertheless, number 92 to the rafters. Yeah, we do have the goal visualizer now, but let's get Dustin on the line. Okay. So Dustin's feeling very rested, very relaxed. He's loving every minute of it and very much enjoyed that attempted comeback with the Rossi goal at the end there. So here to talk about it, it's Dustin Boydell.
Oh, the attempted comeback with the pass from a Kraken player.
Who was that? I think it was Alexiak in the corner, right?
Yeah, I think so. He was pressure. I mean, another good stretch pass from Bouillon. Find Ogren there late in the game, but just a weird play. Alexiak almost looked like he was trying to play it back to Grubauer or something. I don't know.
So I think if you look at the goal visualizer, I can bring it up for you here. So it looks like it. I think it actually. I saw a Canuck in the area, and it looks like watch Brock Besser here. So Brock Besser skates towards Alexiak, and I think it goes off Besser and to Rossi.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah,
kind
there's
of a
something weird, yeah. Because it goes right through Grubauer's crease there, so it's weird.
Bobby McMahon, first game as a member of the Seattle Kraken, playing on the top line, and he scores 2 goals and gets an assist. Oh my God. Is this Kraken team going to start winning now that they've got McMahon in the lineup? Because they've been pretty crap lately, and all of a sudden, but I mean, they were playing the Canucks, who are also trash. So which one is it, Dustin?
Measure carefully, right? When you're playing the Canucks, you have to measure carefully. Obviously, McMahon is going to help the Kraken. He's not going to hurt them. He's having a career season. Toronto moving him at the deadline over to Seattle, which was a good pickup. This is his first game because of visa issues. And it's funny because he finally got the visa issues worked out in his first games in Canada, back in Canada. So an excellent first game for the Kraken, provided a spark to not only the team, but Eberle's looking good out there with them. 3 assists as well. Matty Beniers, goal and 2 assists. So just a really good game all around. They're fast. They got a lot of speed. They get behind. I mean, they got behind the D all night. If you look at most of the goal visualizers, they're tap-ins from behind the D. Once they figured out how the Canucks were defending, McMahon's is a tap-in, Beignets is a tap-in. Alexiak's, just walks down Broadway because of a bad change. Sasson and I think Carlson went for a bad change there, and DeBrusque just came back and covered no one, as he does.
Well, I wanted to talk about the play on the power play goal too, because I saw Connor Gill commenting like, Marcus Pettersson's done. But you said in chat too, right? This is a system problem, and that's kind of the same thing when we talk about, is Seattle getting better, or is it because they're playing against the worst team in the league? Now, if you look at this, I'll bring up the goal visualizer again for everyone, and I showed this already. But if you look at Marcus Pettersson, he's in fine position right here, right? He's right where he's supposed to be, right in front of the net. And if he does what he would have done under Tocchet's system, he would have stayed right in the front of the net. But if we watch this play continue, he goes and he chases into the corner, and the puck gets put right past him. So under Tocchet's system, you think he probably just stands in front of the net, not chase the puck? And
well, I think in a lot of areas we would see more of a zone structure, like what we learned in minor hockey, just basic defense, right? Like when something's not working, you go back to the fundamentals. It's like the left D plays the left corner and the right D plays the right corner. When it's in the right corner, the left D's in front of the net. When it's in the left corner, the right D's in front of the net. The right winger covers the left defenseman, and the left winger covers the right defenseman on the opposing team. And you don't leave those zones. If the opposing team starts shuffling around, you don't follow your guy and chase him all over the freaking defensive end when he's got the puck. Like when you watch teams come into our end, it's like our defensemen look like peewee hockey, or not even peewee, like novice hockey players, like Timbits players. The way they just go straight to the puck. It's like a fly to a bug zapper. It's crazy. And it's such bad defending. Like, yeah, Tolopila wasn't great tonight. Not his best reads on a couple of the plays, but like, really, you could put any goalie in the net tonight and maybe they saved 2 of those goals, but 3 of them are definitely going in. And so it's like, when you look at it, it looks bad on the goalie. It looks bad on everything. After they got down 3-1, I think everyone kind of gave up. Even the Besser line just looked flat in the second period. And yeah, it's just, I mean, these guys just want to get to the summer.
Yeah.
Like PD doesn't want to play with Kane anymore. Besser, Rossi, and Ogren look good, but they don't want to lose. When we start losing, this is the thing, is like the leadership might be having a better time, but they don't do anything when we're losing. Like, throw a big hit. Isn't this why we got Curtis Douglas, to energize the team and like throw a hit, like get something going when you're down 4-1 early in the third period? Maybe send someone out there to do something. You're a coach. Like, you are getting out coached every night. You've shuffled your lineup. This is the first time we've seen the same lineup on back-to-back nights all season, and for it to like stay the same for the entire game. It's like, what? He's so bad for the development of the young players, because they are learning bad habits underfoot. And they're going backwards now. Like, we're seeing them make mistakes they weren't making when they got called up from Abbotsford. And that's what's frustrating the hell out of me. You and I watch so many we watch all the Abbotsford games, and if we miss them, we watch them later and we recap everything, and it's just so different. And these guys come up to the NHL team, they look great in their first 3 or 4 games, and then it's just a complete downhill slide for pretty much every single player that gets called up from Abby, especially on the blue line.
Connor Gale's asking about
it's all coaching.
Monthly membership message. No, I don't know why that wouldn't be working. You might just want to try resetting your YouTube app that you're watching on. And then Swervin says PD is going to play with Kane some more if Russ doesn't sing Holiday 10 times. Maybe one of these days, we'll try. If he plays more of these games with Kane. But other bad news, obviously, when we're talking about the young guys, and you mentioned it in chat too, right? Like EP25 took a weird twist of the ankle on the boards in that second period, did not come back out, only played the 3 shifts in the second period, and then did not play at all in the third period of play. This roster is already thin. Adam Foote got asked about it in the pregame. Like, you guys were running with no extra players, and Abby has also been decimated. So is this a time now, if EP25 can't play, do we finally see a guy like Kudratsev get the call up from Abbotsford?
I'd say so. I mean, the one thing Abbotsford is flush with right now is left-hand shot defensemen. So that is one thing they can actually spare. I mean, again, tonight they ran with one short forward and they were short one forward and had an extra D-man on the bench again tonight. So I would expect that now that Kudryatsev has returned from injury, he gets a look here. If DPD is out for any games, because like you said, there's no healthy D-man on the sidelines waiting to come in.
No. Did we know if the new guy who signed from college ended up playing tonight, or is he still coming to join the Abbotsford Canucks?
Shimek was in the lineup tonight, and also Gruby was in the lineup as well, the player we picked up in the Josh Bloom swap.
And we still only had 11 forwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
This whole franchise is cursed, aren't they?
The injury bug went deep this year.
That's crazy. I can't even
went
believe
very
that.
deep.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about the Abbotsford game because I think that'll be too depressing. We'll group that in with
we'll save that for the nenext depressing game we have to watch.
Oh my god. My goodness. And that's the other thing too. There was chat, people saying maybe Tolopilo is not the right fit for this team right now, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, we don't have anyone, right? Like, unfortunately, he's here to play just to get some game time, right? Like, yeah, he's not looked great, but he should have finished his season down in Abbotsford. There's no reason why he should be up here with the big club. It's just, yeah, I mean, he's just been put in a shitty situation, right? Like, there's no other way to kind of dissect it. And on the upside, Ty Young has looked really good in Abbotsford.
Yep.
So that's nice to see. More like he looked last year at the AHL level. So that's a plus.
Well, and I get the idea because the Canucks obviously played Tolopilo back-to-back games. So they're trying to get a look at what they have, because obviously going into next year, Tolopilo is not going to be able to go down. It's going to be the same situation that they had with Shelovs this year. Can't send him down. He's got to go through waivers. So I get the idea of giving him the reps, but what's the point of playing him in back-to-back games? Like, why don't you just for the rest of the season go Lankin and Tolopilo, Lankin and Tolopilo? And I know your answer already. Foot's an idiot.
Dude, I don't know how this man is still employed. I don't know. You could ask any analyst off the record. No one's going to say it on the air, except for people like you and I. Because I mean, this is just a YouTube show, right? Like
Yeah.
we're gonna tell the truth. We've seen enough coaches run through the NHL. Adam Foote is quite literally the worst hockey coach, not only NHL coach, the worst hockey coach I've ever watched put together a game plan or try to structure a lineup. It is terrible. It is so bad. That's what I mean. In no world should Evander Kane be on the top line. And Petey knows that. He thinks he should be playing with young guys. And so he's like, screw this. This is ridiculous. We're not playing for anything. Like, everyone hates me already. I might as well be miserable and mail it in. Right? Like, fuck.
Well, the one thing I'll give Petey is I think you've seen a lot of his.
Why go balls to the wall? Why go balls to the wall and risk an injury when that's been the knock on him every year, right? Like, okay, he gets injured with 10 games left in the season because he's playing his ass off, and then he misses the off season again, can't train properly, go into next season, and everyone has the same excuses and the same reasons to be pissed at him. I'm fine with him just being out there.
Well,
I want this team just to get to the end of the year. If they're not going to give him young guys to play with, what's the point?
Well, I think one thing that's funny for me is I think one of the reasons, and we saw this too, like it doesn't sound like the coaching staff like Höglander, and they don't like him because he's trying to do fancy stuff all the time. But lately, that's all Pettersson does.
Someone has to.
Right. But that's the thing is I think it's so funny because Petey's out here doing all these spin moves, backhand passes, putting it to himself, all this kind of stuff that we used to see him try. And he stopped doing it under Tocchet because Tocchet was like, we need to change the way he plays. So now he's like, screw it. I'm just going to start doing this fancy stuff. And I dare you, Foot, put me in the press box, you son of a bitch, because that's the only way you're going to get me off a line with Kane.
Yep. You can just see a guy he's pissed off.
Yeah.
You can't blame him. Anytime he gets players with chemistry, it's like, nope, you get Evander back. I have no explanation for it whatsoever. The worst metrics out of any line combination in probably the entire NHL are any winger with Evander Kane and Petey.
Trevor Linden's on the TV doing after hours. Nice of him to say yes to CBC as well as to me. You got to finally listen to the interview after waiting for it since Wednesday is when we recorded it.
You did a fantastic job, sir. Well done.
I appreciate
really good
that.
interview.
Yeah, I said this to Crystal was that I was very nervous going into that interview because obviously I'm a huge fan of Trevor Linden. But the moment he was on my screen having a chat, it was just me and some dude hanging out having a chat. He put me right at ease, which is awesome. So for you,
you could tell you sunk into your pocket there and just did your thing. It was good.
What did you like? What answer did you like best from him about all the different things we talked about?
I think I liked him talking about when he came back to Vancouver and how it was a reset from the disaster that he left. And just, being the old guy and not really knowing anybody and just kind of being a part of the reset. But he also could bring, what he had known to be a Canuck from before the Messier and Keenan crap. Right. So, I really enjoyed him talking about that sort of stuff. And I mean, just everything. He's so humble and he's just so personable. And the way he tells stories, you can tell he loves telling hockey stories. When he starts going about like the playoff games and specific games, he kind of starts lighting up and you can see the old hamster start going in the brain. And just when you ask him about the brouhaha against Buffalo, right? And he's talking about Rob Ray and how I'm just trying not to get my ass kicked by Rob friggin' Ray. It's just funny to hear him talk like that, right?
Yeah.
Because he's just a guy who played hockey.
Yeah. Your wife's donating into chat 279 for Connor Hill. Sorry, it's not working. Upset because Connor Hill's monthly membership message isn't working. But let's read one of his comments then, because your wife donated. Connor Gill says, Paragraph Pro, Kings at least fired Hiller. who was dog muck. Why can't we do the same thing with foot and mouth disease?
Connor, I think it has to do with money, for one. They're still paying Talkett this season, and I think firing Foot right now, they'd have to pay Manny NHL money or whoever they put in as interim. And I don't think they have anyone on that bench that they would want to take the helm as interim coach. You don't want to promote Brett McLean. You don't want to promote Kevin Dean. I mean, they have been busts. And so, you don't have an interim coach. So that's one reason I just kind of thought of. Another reason is the money. And just, I don't know. I really don't know, because it's becoming so detrimental to the young players' development. And I don't know who's advising who in the office, but man, it makes absolutely no sense to me how this guy's still behind the bench.
Connor Gill with a $2 dono. Only 700 more subscribers till Mrs. Paragraph for Pro joins the Rusty.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We'll get there. Yeah. I always love too when we hit those milestones, those like even numbers. There's some cheeky person in the chat. I don't know. Sometimes it's a Chico, sometimes it's Swervin. I'm sure Jay Backoff probably does it too, where they unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and it goes up and down there. So funny how that goes. Thank you very much for the $2 dono, Connor. And I should have said thank you very much, Mrs. Paragraph Pro, for the $2.79 as well. I appreciate you guys donating to Dobby's College Education Fund. Oh God, we don't have to talk about the next game. The Canucks play again. We'll just tell you guys. We don't have to talk about it.
They play again.
They play again on Tuesday against the defending Stanley Cup champions, who have had one of the very few teams that has had more injuries than the Canucks lineup. But the Panthers have been ass, and they don't play very well when they come to Rogers Arena. So maybe, just maybe, we'll get some kind of a win.
We'll get another scrimmage.
They'll look like that Winnipeg game again, right?
Yeah. It's like, someone do something.
Yeah, so Tuesday night, we'll get you up to date, because Abby, like we said, they did play tonight. We're not going to tell you the score. We're going to get you up to date on both these games. So they played tonight. We're going to play again tomorrow, both against the Henderson Silver Knights. So we'll get you up to date on Tuesday for that. We'll also get you up to date on the para ice hockey gold medal game between the United States and Canada. If you guys do want to tune in, 8:05, it will be on CBC. It will be on CBC Gem. So make sure you turn in for that, because that is going to be an epic battle. Those two teams, like Dustin said, they do not like each other, and they will battle to the end to get that gold medal. So that should be a fun game to watch too.
Absolutely. Kiwi, I'd love to see Mackenzie McEachran in the lineup, but unfortunately he's been in the injury abyss verse of the AHL. We have no updates on him. That's just the way it goes when you get hurt in the minors. You just show up one day and you're back.
Yeah. And then the Golden Eyes next game doesn't happen until Wednesday. So we'll update you guys. They're playing against the New York Sirens. So hopefully on this homestand, eventually they can get a win for the home crowd, because that's 2 overtime losses now at Pacific Coliseum, a place where they have gotten all of their wins except for, I think, 1. So hopefully they can turn things around. Justin, is there anything you want to say to chat before I let you go?
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, all you wonderful people out there. I hope you aren't too let down by this fantastic tank game that the Canucks laid tonight for their fans. We'll have to wait for next year, I think, for this rivalry to blossom any more than it has. And I just appreciate y'all being here as always, and we'll see you next time.
Dustin, I appreciate you, man. Have a great night, and we'll talk again on Tuesday.
You as well. Talk to you soon.
Dustin Boydell, the Silver Fox, stopping by to analyze a shitty game. That's the only way to put it. A shitty game. Swear jar, swear jar. I can't believe how bad the Canucks played tonight. I mean, I can, but I can't. So bad. It's almost like Manny has a system that has structure that players understand. Then they can come up and are lost underfoot. Yep. James C. Kirk, let's go Dallas. Let's go Sharks. Let's go Blue Jackets. Yeah, are we cheering for all the teams that have former Canucks? So Tyler Myers, Kiefer Sherwood, and Connor Garland. KSI is a dude. He is an African Englishman. Firefoots is James C. Kirk. Let Babbage coach the last few games. Yeah, why not? He's a sideman. I really don't know what is happening here. I still can't send a highlighted chat. I'm sorry, Connor Gill. That sucks, my dude. I hope it gets fixed. Allegedly a YouTuber, allegedly African, allegedly a dude. What are we saying? Foot has foot in his mouth. Laugh out loud. Yep. The Sildor's got the wheelchair in chat. Might be because we were talking about the para ice hockey gold medal game. Connor, it probably knows you're trying to put that horrible song in chat. Laugh out loud. They're punishing Ogren fans. Foot and mouth disease. God, please don't play POJ. He is injured right now, Callum, so he couldn't even play. Snow lines are low in Chilliwack. The Sildor, is that the no cell phone symbol? Foot has Kane's foot up his ass. Up his yeah. And then no walking either. That was Abby's score tonight. Yep, 4-1. Oh, God, it was 4-1. I ruined the surprise. Laugh out loud. Foot makes me mental. Put a pin in it. Calvin 99 Charlie from Connor Hill. Or maybe the channel itself has grown an intelligence and decided to tank its special features. Could be. How long is Kane signed for? He is done at the end of this year. So as long as we don't sign him again. Till the end of the year. Yep. This year only for Kane. Diaper duty. Yep. Let's call up Ty Young, then whoever he is. Ty Young, and then we got Aku Koskavoa, Patera. Those are the three goalies they could call up. But I think Koskavoa is down in the ECHL. And I don't know who the other goalie is down there. Connor, I like my assumption. Laugh out loud. Because of tanking. Drinking a double. The Canucks drive me to drink. He can't keep getting away with this. Kane will probably be forced to retire. Can't see anyone signing him. Shh, Linden is on TV. Yep. Hey, Trevor is on Hockey Night in Canada. Yep. He was on Nothing is Perfect, and now he's on Hockey Night in Canada. Kane goes to Irv Gotti's beer league game. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Irvin, do you want him on your team? I could see that. I'll take him. It's a masterpiece. Roman Linden. Mr. Paragraph Pro, there's no need to do that. Damn, that's a strong name. I am contemplating taking a drug derived from the Adderall gland of the rhinoceros, and it won't make things thumbs up. I don't know if that sounds very safe. Yep. Get to sharing the stream, y'all. Wait, WTF? We are still playing Taka Money? What for? Did we retain his contract? WTF? No. Contracts for coaches are guaranteed. So if we fire him before the end of his contract, they still pay him, which is crazy. That's me setting it straight, Mr. Compare Golfer Pro. Appreciate you thinking of my tech situation, letting me down again. Haha, no problem. Better call Jesus. Season from Hades continues. Yep. James C. Kirk, random question. Did you ever hang out at the mud pit with Penner? Call up Klimovich. There's been a couple of people asking about that. Paragraph Pro, no points tonight for my boy, the Ogre. Did he impress anyway? Nah, nobody impressed in this game, Connor. That was the sad part. Dude said that he can roll. Oh, I didn't know. Now I'm sad. How much worse can it get, Russ? Don't fall to the ringer. I'd be cheering for either the Ducks or the Sabres. Very likable teams. Isildur's got socks. and a shirt and some underwear packed. Prick Fetty's like, tank, 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 tank. And then, by the way, Russ, nothing is perfect. This is a word of warning to you. If you do not remake your intro and add the interview with the great one, there will be a riot. Yeah. Much love, Russell, says Duolingo. Amazing host. Thank you very much, my dude. I'm now going to cheer for the Jets winning every game for the rest of the season. LFG, are they going to make the playoffs? Holy shit, Trevor Linden is on the NHL after your show. You scored an interview. Go, nothing is perfect. Yep. Trevor Linden told me he was going to be on that show tonight. Go USA, go China. Jay cheering for the other teams. He doesn't want Canada to win, I guess. That's funny. No, I didn't hang out there. What starbase was that at? All right. Let's finish up the poll question here. What are you most excited for during the game against the Kraken? Trevor Linden's interview in the second intermission, the bro line, Besser, Rossi Ogren, spending quality time with chat, or uncontrollable laughing and crying. 58% of you are excited about the Trevor Linden interview we did in the second intermission. The bro line got 29%, and then spending quality time got 7%, and uncontrollable laughing and crying got 6%. Let's have a look at the donos tonight. So we got Nuxie, who shows up again somehow. Sweet Identity becoming a member. So thank you very much, Sweet Identity. Swerve and Irvin saying, be real, Russ. We're not here for the game. Winky face, correct. I donated a gift of membership. Swerve and Irvin said, sing holiday 10 times for saying that. Eric Hunter using his monthly membership message. Been a member for 6 months saying, thanks, Russ and Dusty, for all you do. Jay Baka donating a gifted membership. Swerve and Irvin using his monthly membership message says, had Trev been live, I would have asked, fans feel you had been unfairly dismissed twice by the Canucks. How are you so loyal to this city and its fans? And I said, because the city and the fans had nothing to do with it. That's what he would have answered. Jay Baka, another gifted membership. Thank you, my dude. This effing rocks from Eric Hunter. Thanks, dude. And then Paragrapher Pro, $6.99 for Trevor Swearjar. And then Connor Hill, mad respect to you, Russ, for making Shannon's day with the winky face. And then Mrs. Paragraph Pro donating for Connor Hill, saying, sorry, it's not working. And then Connor Hill says only 700 till Mrs. Paragraph Pro joins Rusty and Dusty, winky face. So thank you, everyone who donated tonight. I appreciate you. Okay. That's it, kids. We come to the end of the stream. This is the end. The end, my friend. The end. This is the end. My friend, the end. Is that by the Doors, I think? I don't know. What am I singing? All right, let's watch Connor McDavid get cross-checked in the face a bunch. Like I said, we're going to be live again on Tuesday for the Canucks versus the Panthers game. We're going to have Sarah Loves Hockey on the stream. I believe is the plan for that night. And then on Thursday, we'll be live again, and we're going to have Ryan Ventura on the stream, I think, for that one. And then we're going to have Rev Trev on Tuesday, March 24th. So we got some guests coming up for y'all. So be excited for that. Thank you for Dustin Boydell for showing up for the Rusty and Dusty sideshow and the post-game show. We really appreciate it. You're an absolute beauty. And a big shout out to the GOAT, Trevor Linden, for showing up on Nothing is Perfect tonight. That was absolutely amazing for him to be here. I can't believe that happened. Absolutely a dream come true for Trevor to be on Nothing is Perfect. So thank you, everyone, as well in chat, for being here and having such a good time. We appreciate you. And until next time, remember, my name is Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect. And make sure that you make good choices.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone who requested to hear my beautiful voice too. I appreciate that.
How you doing tonight? Doing good.
thank you very much for taking the time out of your very first hockey game to join the stream. Everyone was very excited to see you, and enjoy the rest of the game in the third period.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys.
Trevor Beggs joining the show from Locked On Canucks. Thanks for joining me today, brother.
My pleasure, Russell. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good.
Hey, buddy. What an intro. Thanks, man.
Hey, no problem. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah, those late nights, early mornings.
Yeah, weird
they were
times.
rough.
We are excited to welcome Dave Hall to the show. Welcome, my man.
Hey, thanks for having me today. I'm excited to be on.
Yeah. We're excited to welcome to the show Larry Fisher.
Thanks for having me, Russell. Looking forward to talking lots of hockey.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this man. He's wearing his Canucks jersey at a Montreal game. You love to see it. He became a local legend by calling the Abbotsford Canucks Calder Cup run. We are very happy to welcome Brandon Assel to the show. How's it going, brother?
Russell, I'm doing well. Thanks a lot for having me on.
I'd like to introduce to Nothing is Perfect, Mr. Zach Nolan.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you.